first 4 or 5 innings. If the pitch counts are low, we're probably going to have to, stretch him out a little bit. So it's going to all depend early in the game, how's he doing, how's he working the hitters, the pitch count, and definitely want to keep him fresh and healthy because he's been very solid in our rotation.
Get ready, Fightin' Phils fans. 12 epic theme nights are coming your way in 2026. Rock exclusive jerseys from Toy Story, Peanuts, Harry Potter, and more. And when the game ends, stay for Mega Blast Fireworks, the biggest show in stadium history. A huge shout out to our sponsors, Philly Pretzel Factory Muhlenberg, Springhouse Window and Door Malvern, and 8:30 a.m. WEEU, making these nights unforgettable. Don't miss out. Grab your tickets now at ourphils.com.
Get closer to the action at the Savage 61 Dugout Suite. Located just feet from the field on the first base side at First Energy Stadium, this exclusive spot offers covered seating and accessible options, giving you the most unique view in the stadium. Tickets start at just $29 and include food and drink packages. Reserve your Dugout Suite today and experience the game like never before.
Enjoy the ultimate tailgate experience at the Moyer Auto Group deck. Located in home run territory behind the left field wall, it's the perfect spot for your summer picnic. Just $36 per person for groups of 20 or more. Plus, kids 4 and under are free. Reserve your outing now at ardvilles.com/groups or call 610-370-BALL. The Moyer Auto Group deck, where great views and great times meet. Welcome back to the pregame show here on the Fightin' Phils Radio Network ahead of Game 2 between Reading and Portland. That was fourth-year field manager Al Padrique, who, by the way, is just 2 wins away from 200 for his career here with these Reading Fightin' Phils. Players to watch coming into today for Reading. We talked about Caleb Ricketts a little bit. I also want to shine a spotlight on Rylan Heredia, the Phillies' number 30 prospect per MLB Pipeline. He has an Eastern League best 20 doubles, and he's on the heels of a multi-hit performance yesterday. That is a potent bat in that cleanup spot for Al, who you just talked to.
He's the first player in the Eastern League to get the 20 doubles. Very similar to what we saw out of Keaton Anthony last year, who was actually promoted to AAA Lehigh Valley pretty much a year ago this week. And when you look at the guys that have gone down in this Reading lineup, the Austin Murrs, Dante Norris, hopefully Norris back quickly. Murr going to be a little bit longer in terms of his time out, but guy like Heredia, he's going to be pretty big, right? He's going to be batting 3, 4, 5, right smack in the middle of Al Padrique's lineup every night, and really, Heredia, they're going to look good to produce, right? He's someone who's still in his first year in Double-A, but the hope is that he just continues to get better.
60 hits, 20 doubles, both team best for Heredia. For Portland, Brooks Brannon is a 301 hitter for the Sea Dogs, who went 3 for 5 with a run scored and a ground rule double yesterday that a decent contingency of the Sea Dogs dugout thought left the ballpark. So he got an RBI, but Jake, psychologically, after something like that, you've got to think he has a little extra craving for the long ball today.
Yeah, you got to think so. You get that RBI, you got to just kind of scratch and claw your way through when you're going through any sort of a slump right now. And, you just got to see what you can get.
As Brooks Brannon, 301 hitter, he is hitting out of the 3 spot. Rylan Heredia, 273 hitter with 60 hits. He is out of the 4 spot for Al Padrique. Eastern League Northeast Division standings update. The Hartford Yard Goats are alone at the top at 30 and 25. Half game back is the New Hampshire Fisher Cats at 29 and 25. Somerset behind them at 30 and 27. Portland is 29 and 28. Reading 25 and 23, and Binghamton 23 and 25. So the Fightin' Phils for the remainder of this first half, kind of playing spoiler and effectively doing so. Portland entered this series a game and a half out of the lead. They are now 2.5 games out of the lead, with Hartford being atop those standings at 31 and 25. We can look around the organization real quick. In Low A Clearwater, they've got the best record of any affiliate in the Phillies system. They are 36 and 22. They're going to try and bounce back after a 7-5 defeat against the Lakeland Flying Tigers yesterday. They got underway not too long ago. 6:30 first pitch against Lakeland. We'll monitor that as we make our way through today's broadcast. High A Jersey Shore 22-35 overall. Just got shut out 5-0 by Hudson Valley. They run it back against the Renegades and will try and snap their own 5-game losing streak, just as Reading did yesterday. AAA Lehigh Valley will skip over this level, of course. They are 29-35, tied for 7th in the International League East Division. They're also trying to bounce back. 5-2 loss against Scranton Wilkes-Barre yesterday. They just got underway about 7 minutes ago. And the Phillies trying to bounce back as well after a 3-2 walk-off loss against the Toronto Blue Jays. First pitch just 6 minutes ago. So the Fightin' Phils got the only win in the organization. Obviously, you hope that changes and everybody can join them in the win column today.
And a good start for the Big Phils tonight. A solo home run from Bryce Harper to get that contest started. Top of the first inning in Toronto. Rubber match between the two teams. Big Phils will send Jesus Luzardo to the mound. Max Scherzer gets the ball for Toronto. A 9.78 ERA this year for Max Scherzer. Of course, it's been a pretty small sample size. Tonight, just the 7th start of the year for Scherzer. But still, that's I know he's a bit older. What's he, 41 years old, I believe? But it's a future Hall of Famer right there who'll be 42 in a month and a half, and he's still going.
I was keeping an eye on the home road splits for Jesus Luzardo, and he's been remarkable on the road, so hopefully he can keep that trend going today. We're going to step aside for our final break of the evening before we get started here at First Energy Stadium. When we come back, starting lineups, defensive alignment, and first pitch here in Baseball Town.
Crawford swings and he hits it towards the left center field gap. Now does it, Griffin goes go back. Turn, it's off the top of the wall. Crawford gets towards second. Now he's making a turn towards third as the ball was bobbled and left by Valdez. And Crawford gets in standing up. And it's a 2-out triple for Justin Crawford.
Eli belts one to left center field. Back on it is Sawyer. He looks up and it is gone.
You're listening to Reading Fightin' Phils Baseball on the R-Phils Radio Network, powered by 830 AM WEEU.
Payoff pitch is a screamer back up the middle. Line shot. Eli Johnson dives and makes the grab.
Swing and a miss, he struck him out. 10 strikeouts tonight for Griffin McGarry.
Now, out to the ballpark with your broadcasters, Jake Starr and Corey Sparks.
Tonight's national anthem from the Great Valley Middle School Select Choir. Great job by them. And we are ready for baseball on what has turned into a sunny Wednesday evening from First Energy Stadium. First pitch, about 15 minutes behind schedule. Slight delay as some storms rolled through a couple of hours back. So just had to take a couple extra beats to get the field all set. And they did a great job, as always, our grounds crew here at First Energy Stadium, to get the diamond ready. It's time to take a look at tonight's starting lineups. We'll start with the visitors, the Portland Sea Dogs, led by first-year manager Kyle Cicela. Franklin Arias leads off. He plays shortstop. Marvin Alcantara, the second baseman, bats second. Brooks Brennan, third, over the DH. And Johanfran Garcia cleans things up. He's the catcher. Ronald Rosario, fifth at first base. Nelly Taylor, sixth, plays center. Miguel Blaze plays right, bats eighth. Kanan Rosen, left, bats eighth. And Abram Liendo, bats ninth, plays third. It'll be Blake Weehunt on the mound tonight for... Take a look at the Fightin' Phils starting lineup tonight, presented by Golden Oaks Landscaping. Reading, led by fourth-year manager Al Padrique. Brian Rincon back in the leadoff spot at shortstop. Arun Escobar bats second and plays second. Caleb Ricketts, the H, bats third. Rylan Heredia is fourth. He'll play right. Alex Benelis is fifth at first base. Dylan Campbell, sixth in center field. Caden Hediger, the catcher, bats seventh. Bryson Ware is eighth in left, and Eric Brito bats ninth, plays third. That lineup sounds familiar. It is the same one Al Padrique rolled out last night, with the exception of the pitcher, and that's 26-year-old the righty, Braden Tucker.
And no complaints about rolling him out there if that's the only change, right? 5-3 this year, 1.24 earned run average is the second best mark in full season minor league baseball. Went 7 shutout his last time out on June 2nd against Binghamton.
So Franklin Arias will dig on in for the Fightin' Phils. Opponent Portland. Pretty similar lineup 1 through 9 for the Sea Dogs. Couple of changes for Kyle Sasela, but still a pretty ready-heavy bunch against the right-handed arm, Braden Tucker. And he is set for the first pitch tonight and delivers it. And it's a fastball upstairs, 1 ball and no strikes. First pitch at 7:18 p.m., so officially it goes down as an 18-minute delay prior to the start of this game. Tucker winds the 1-0, and Arias takes it letter high. 2 balls and no strikes. 49th game this year for Franklin Arias, a .319 hitter. Does have 13 homers and 34 runs driven in. Tucker's 2-0. Is a called strike. It's 2-1. As Corey hit on, it was 7 shutout innings for Braden Tucker. 8 days back at Binghamton, which came on the heels of 7 innings of 1-run ball here at First Energy Stadium 2 weeks back. The 2-1. Swung on, tap foul. Got a piece of Arias in the right-handed batter's box. I'll move the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes. It was a good start to this series for Arias. 3 for 5 last night with a double. Anytime you can keep the Red Sox top hitting prospect quiet, you almost certainly take it if you're the Fightin' Phils. 2-2 to the leadoff man. And Tucker delivers. This is upstairs of a sinker, way up. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Over his last 3 starts, Braden Tucker, 1 earned run across 20 innings of work. A mark that is good for a .45 ERA. Three-two home. Swing, line drive, leaping grab by Brian Rincon as the shortstop tumbles to the turf to his right, and he robs Franklin Arias of a base hit to lead off this ball game.
100 miles an hour off the bat, but you don't care if it turns into an out. Brian Rincon, as the Fightin' Phils have a pretty nice shortstop in their own right, all but laying out midair to grab that one.
So Fightin' Phils able to retire Red Sox top hitting prospect Franklin Arias, and that'll bring Marvin Alcantara to the plate. And the first pitch is swung on and softly hit in the air. Left side of the infield, and Brian Rincon circumvents behind the third base bag to make the catch. And that'll be a quick out number 2.
Obviously early, but this relates to what you said coming in, right, Jake? He has struck out 43 hitters in 51 innings. The weak contact and tempting hitters to lay the bat out there early on, that's how he gets so deep into these ball games, by preserving that pitch count.
Through 6 pitches to Franklin Arias, took just 1 to retire Miguel Blaze. And Brannon will settle in from the right side. 2 outs in the first, and the pitch. It's a sinker up with the shoulders, taking it's 1-0. Brannon last night hit what I think everybody in the ballpark thought was a home run, except for the umpires who said it was a ground rule double to straightaway center. 1-0. Swung on and it's popped up. It's out of play foul. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Still a good start to the series for Brannon. Was 3 for 5. A double and an RBI. Of course, the double was the ground rule double in the first. Tucker deals. Goes off speed pitch of a slider, a bit upstairs. It's 2-1. Brannon in total a .301 hitter this year. Does have 9 home runs. He'd tell you it should be 10. And 29 runs driven in. Tucker's 2-1. Goes sinker a bit inside. It's 3-1. It's the 10th start of the year for Braden Tucker. He's thrown 5 quality starts. That starts of at least 6 innings and less than 3 runs. The 3-1 is inside ball 4. So it's a 2-out walk to Brooks Brannon. He's aboard. It's the 17th walk that Braden Tucker has issued this year. And if 2 outs, that'll bring Johanfran Garcia to the plate.
A nice AB by Brannon there. And if you're Tucker, the last thing you want to do is lay a ball right over the middle against a bat like that. So not the worst scenario in the world. Just don't let them make you pay for the walk.
12 pitches so far in this first inning as Garcia will settle on in from the right-handed batter's box. First time we see Tucker work from the stretch, and he fires. And it's over for a called strike. It's 0-1. Slider at 81, top of the zone. Garcia, a 270 hitter, was 2 for 4 last night. Had a double and an RBI in Portland's loss. 0-1. Swung on a line drive towards right center field. It is down for a base hit. Dylan Campbell gets there to cut it off. His throw ahead towards second. Going first to third on the play is Brooks Brannon. And it's a 2-out single for Johanfran Garcia. And it'll put Sea Dog runners on the corners of 2 outs for Ronald Rosario.
A good piece of hitting there that sliced into right center field at 110 miles an hour off the bat. Nice job by Campbell at least cutting the ball off. That gets to the wall, and it's no longer a scoreless tie.
So here comes Rosario, 275 hitter on the year, hitting 267 with runners in scoring position this season. Tucker's first pitch home is swung on an attack that foul out of play on the first base side. And it's no balls and 1 strike. First start of the week for Rosario, who gets it at first base. One of 4 listed catchers on this Portland roster, so have to find a way to get playing time for all of them. Sea Dogs, of course, not the only team with a crowded catcher room right now. The 0-1. Slider, a bit outside, 1-1. With the addition of Caleb Ricketts. Clayton Phil's now 3 catchers, so you could argue could play almost every day. And Ricketts, Caden Hediger, who starts tonight, and Jordan Disson. 3 of those guys will rotate behind home plate as the 1-1 comes home. Another slider down low, 2-1. Tucker has only allowed 2 earned runs in an outing once this year. It's been 1 or none in all other starts. Has 2 on of 2 outs. The 2-1. Slider top of the zone for a called strike. It's 2-2. Shane Sullivan has balls and strikes tonight. Theo Arndt, our third base umpire. Brooks Pritchett is at first to round out this umpiring crew. It's been an 18-pitch first inning for Braden Tucker. 2 outs, still scoreless, as the Sea Dogs have runners on the corners. Tucker sets himself up at the belt. Fires home. Swing and a miss, he got him. First strikeout tonight for Braden Tucker. Comes at a big time to end the top of the first inning.
Summer is a gift. A gift of days that last a little longer. A brighter state of mind. So look.
The first thing people realize is the history of Montgomery, and that history is real. So while that history is in the past, it also helps us move forward in a positive way.
Just like a lot of other of the 120 minor league teams, is, the baseball is not what we do, right? The Tampa Bay Rays do a phenomenal job of sending amazing athletes here, and we let them handle the baseball, and we handle everything outside the line.
Jones drives it deep out to left field, and no movement out in the pasture. First of the year. Jones drives this one the other way. Abar headed back at the wall, and that is gone. A multi-homer day. Jones drills this, and that is gone. 3 homers, 1 game for Jamison Jones.
You can own a piece of the minor league game. MILB Auctions lets you bid on game used and autographed bats, balls, jerseys, and more with items added all season long. Want a piece of the minor league game? Visit MILBauctions.com.
I thought they knocked it out the park, no pun intended. Great fit, too. That's always a big thing.
You can never overstate what Hank means. I mean, him and Willie. I mean, to me, they're royalty.
This is definitely something way bigger than me, so to just be able to be included in this.
And batters back on May the 21st. So the Fighting Phils looking for a little more success here against Wehunt tonight. And it'll be Brian Rincon, the first that Wehunt will face. Switch hitter digs in from the left-handed batter's box. And Wehunt's first one home is taken a bit down low. It's 1 ball and no strikes to Rincon. Just registered 1 official at-bat last night. 1 for 1, 2 runs. Walked a career high 4 times in last night's game. One was swung on a line drive down the right field line and is fair towards the corner. Chasing it down is Blyson Wright, and that'll hold Brian Rincon to just the leadoff single. But a good start to this game for Rincon. Had a nice play defensively. Now the base hit, but also a nice play by Miguel Blaze to keep that to a single.
Yeah, if there's anybody as the opposition that you want to hold from stretching that to a double, it is Brian Rincon, who has now gotten on in all 6 plate appearances to start this series.
That'll bring Arun Escobar to the plate. Brian Rincon, a pretty hefty lead. First pitch, and it hits, I guess, the knob of the bat of Arun Escobar. So it's no balls and 1 strike and a foul ball. Brian Rincon, 18 stolen bases this year. Added 2 more in last night's ball game. 0-1. And Escobar takes a slider low and away. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Escobar 1 for 4 last night. Couple of runs scored. Did work a walk as well. 1-1. Of the slider, a bit inside, 2-1. Al Padrique told me today that he is happy with the at-bats that Arun Escobar has been working as of late. Hoping they can convert into some base hits. A .222 hitter through 57 games. 2-1. Escobar swings and attacks it at foul. Slices out of play on the first base side, and it's 2-2. Tough week for Escobar last week. Just 2 for 19 on the road trip. But did work 6 walks, hence the good at-bats we've talked about. Wehunt fires. Escobar, another slider to him, low and away. And it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. Reading was able to put a run up last night in the first inning against Anthony Ianson, Boston's top pitching prospect. 3-2. Is swung on a knuckler, shallow left. Charging in is Rose, and it gets by him, and it'll roll towards the warning track. Rincon around second. He'll stop at third. Into second base goes Escobar, and we'll see what they roll up. Probably a single and an error, but nonetheless, though, back-to-back hits for the Fightin' Phils.
It was a good old-fashioned in-betweener, Jake, as Rose charged in on it, and you have 2 decisions. Go for the scoop off the ground, meaning you're recording it out and maybe even doubling off Rincon, or you let it hop. That ball hopped a few inches in front of his glove and made for a really tough pick play.
Well, no complaints if you're a Fightin' Phils fan. It's a double for Arun Escobar, his 8th of the year. And that'll bring Caleb Ricketts, last night's hero, to the plate. With the infield drawn in for the Sea Dogs. The pitch is a curveball for a called strike, and it's 0-1. In his first game back in Reading last night, Caleb Ricketts was 2 for 5. 2 home runs, including a grand slam, and 6 runs driven in. Oh, 1. Ricketts swinging a drive, right field. Blaze is back, looks up, lightning strikes. 3-0 Phils. Caleb Ricketts stays red hot. A 3-run shot off the facing of the event center in right field, and Reading strikes first.
Welcome back, Caleb Ricketts. That's really all you can say after you pick your jaw up off the ground. He has three home runs over the course of 6 at-bats since returning back here to Reading. He's getting everyday reps, and we said it yesterday, he might not be here very long if he keeps that up.
That is the hope, that he is back in AAA Lehigh Valley in no time. Here is Rylan Heredia. First pitch a strike, it's 0-1. Heredia, good night last night for him as well. 273 hitter this year. 0-1. Heredia check swing. Doesn't matter. Sinker dots the outside corner. And it's 0-2. Heredia was 2 for 4 last night. His league leading at 20th double in 2026. The 0-2. And he chases a slider low and away. And that is strike number 3. First strikeout tonight for Blake Wehunt. First out of the inning. And that'll bring Alex Pinellas to the plate for the R-Phils. Pinellas, a 5-game hitless stretch for him. Trying to turn that around. First pitch, swings, hits it in the air, deep left, Rose back to the wall, and he'll make the catch just up against the wall. Pinellas inches away from snapping that hitless spell and getting his 11th home run of the season. But Caden Rose in left field able to track it down for out 2. And that'll bring it Dylan Campbell to the plate. Three 0 fighting Phils, bottom half of the first inning. Couple of outs as first pitch to Campbell. Swing and a miss, it's 0-1. But a good start to this game. Brian Rincon singled, Arun Escobar doubled, and then Caleb Ricketts hit a 3-run home run. Wehunt deals. Campbell swings, dribbles it foul, third base side, and it's 0-2. Fighting Phils this year 17-11 when scoring first. They are 10-5 at home, being the team to lift the lid on the scoring. 0-2. And it's low and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Dylan Campbell 0 for 3 last night with a walk. The former Texas Longhorn hitless over his last 3 games. His University of Texas getting set to get things going in the College World Series out in Omaha. The 1-2. Low and away, 2-2. I know Corey talked to Dylan Campbell about his time with Texas. Heard part 1 of that conversation yesterday. Part 2 will air on Friday after the remainder of our conversation with Al Padrique tomorrow night. 2-2. Campbell swinging a miss. Goes after a slider at 84. And that will retire the side. But
the first thing people realize is the history of Montgomery, and that history is real. So while that history is in the past, it also helps us move forward in a positive way.
Just like a lot of other of the 120 minor league teams, the baseball is not what we do, right? The Tampa Bay Rays do a phenomenal job of sending amazing athletes here, and we let them handle the baseball, and we handle everything outside the line.
With these designs, I wanted to bring out the Old English letter font, but add a twist to it. This is one I've developed over the years and used on a lot of tattoos. You could tell a sign painter or a lettering person by their numbers. That reveals a lot about them. It's an honor to design for the Dodgers. It's almost gone beyond sports, even into fashion. People wear LA caps all over the world.
We're repping the Birmingham Black Barons today, and it's really awesome. The uniforms look really cool.
It's awesome. I like the look. The band kind of pops, so
Yeah, I like the whole get up. It's a good attire.
We got the Birmingham across the chest. We got the Birmingham Black Barons on the side too, which is, super cool, just the history of all of it. I think the hats are pretty sweet too. You got the 3 Bs.
This is remembering the people that came before us and what they did for this game and how they improved it.
Off making his first start of the week, and Braden Tucker, who was able to work around a little bit of traffic in the first inning, comes back onto the mound with a nice little lead, and I'll look for a shutdown top of the second inning. First pitch home is taken up for a ball. It's 1-0. That was the 20th pitch tonight, fired by Braden Tucker, who just says remarkable story, and just remarkable this year is an understatement. 1-0. Check swing by Taylor. Doesn't matter. It's a called strike. It's 1-1. Tucker undrafted in 2023 at Lipscomb and has worked his way through the Phillies organization, but 2026, certainly his best year yet. 1-1. Change up for a called strike. It's 1-2. But even last year, led all Phillies minor league pitchers who threw at least 100 innings in ERA at 3.34. Of course, right now that ERA reads 1.21. Best in Double-A, second in minor league baseball entering tonight. 1-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. Cutter at 88, top of the zone. And it's back-to-back strikeouts for Braden Tucker. Going back to last inning, and it's out number 1 as Miguel Blaze digs in.
Anytime you can get early run support like Braden Tucker has right now, especially with his body of work in 2026, you feel pretty confident about it going forward.
Quiet night last night for Blaze. 0 for 4 with a strikeout for the 22-year-old. First pitch, Tucker goes sinker up top, laid off for a ball. It's 1-0. Tucker went 6 innings, no earned runs against Portland back on May the 19th. 1-0. Breaking pitch, a bit inside. It's 2-0. Went 4 innings in his season debut on April 7th. Since then, has proceeded to pitch at least 5 innings in every start since. And has not allowed more than 2 earned runs in any start. And he's only done that 1 time this year. His 2-0. Misses outside. 3 balls and no strikes. Entering play tonight, opposing hitters just hitting at 205 against him. His name wasn't on the radar already. Braden Tucker has certainly done that. 3-0 is inside, and they will call it ball 4. So, second walk issued by Tucker tonight, and it's a 1-out base runner for Portland. Miguel Blaze is aboard, and that'll bring Caden Rose to the plate. Rose a home run last night in a 1-for-3 performance, and he had a bit of a whirlwind of a defensive bottom of the first inning in left field. More on that in a moment. First pitch, swing and a miss, and Hediger thought about a snap throw to first base, but holds on to the baseball. Rose, who misjudged a hop on an Arun Escobar base hit, which resulted in it getting by him for a double, but did make a nice catch against the wall to take extra base hits away from Alex Benelis. 0-1. Dots the outside corner, 0-2. So what's great about Braden Tucker, too, is that could lose a batter, have a walk, a less competitive at bat, but bounces right back, and that's what he's doing here against a 242 hitter in Caden Rose. 0-2. Goes sinker, a bit low and away. And it's 1-2 to Rose. Rose's home run last night was his first home run of the season in game number 32 that he's played. 1-2. Change up, bit outside again. 2-2. Rose, 86 games for Portland a year ago. Hit just 160. He's got himself up to 242 this year. The 2-2. Swung on and a tapper. Charting from second is Escobar. Bare hands, throws to first. It's in time for out number 2. Nice play by Arun Escobar. Put out goes 4-3. Admire that one more time if you're watching on MILB TV. Bare hand throw in one motion. That looked smooth from the 21-year-old Escobar.
Yeah, not easy. You see why he's the 4th-ranked prospect in the Phillies pipeline. He had to do it in one motion to record an out at all, and Arun executing perfectly over there on the right side of the infield.
So that'll bring the 9-hole hitter Abram Liendo to the plate. Liendo made a couple of nice plays at third base last night. Was held hitless, did walk, has extended his on-base streak to 10. Leading off seconds, Blaze. Tucker's first pitch. Bit up and in, leaning out of the way is the righty Liendo, and it's 1-0. Liendo coming off a banner week, had 13 runs driven in against Hartford at home. Nearly doubled his high of 14, which he had entering for the whole season, entering play last week. 1-0. Slider inside corner for a called strike, and it's 1-1. Blaze leads off second with 2 outs. A 3-0 Fightin' Phils lead, top of the second. The 1-1. Swung on a high fly ball left center field. Backtracking goes where? So does Campbell, and it's the center fielder. Campbell with the call and the catch, and that will retire the side in the second. No runs, no hits. 1 left for Portland. 1.5 in the books. Bottom of the second.
Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. And the pitch. Swung on and missed. Here's the 0-2. Swung on and missed. Here's the payoff. The pitch. Swung on and missed. Swung on and tipped into the catcher's mitt. Another strikeout. That's the 11 for Sloan. And he has retired the first 17 Frisco batters tonight. My goodness, just rearing back and ripping 97 miles per hour past the bat of Max Wagner.
You know what happened out there.
Jerry win for the San Francisco Giants.
I don't know if you guys know what the gold means, but the gold means we're World Series champions from year 4. But it's the honor of a lifetime, getting to win back-to-back World Series championships. 2 different.
The design of the HR jersey is national colors of Bhutan. The saffron represents the monastic division. The yellow represents the monarch. Then is a white dragon, a peaceful dragon.
I think probably the coolest feature though is the Druk, which is the dragon and is the national symbol of Bhutan. Really happy to integrate that in the jerseys, and I think they came out really nice.
So Hediger will dig in from the left side. Was hitless 0 for 4 in last night's ball game. And Wehunt's first pitch home is taken down low. 1 ball, no strikes on the 20th pitch of the night for Blake Wehunt. 40th game of the year for Hediger. On base percentage, a tick under 300. The 1-0. Breaking pitch for a called strike, and it's 1-1. 1-1 from the righty. And Hediger takes it inside. 2 balls, 1 strike to the left-handed bat.
During BP yesterday, Ricketts went up to Caden Hediger, who was hitting with a torpedo-style bat. He was like, what is that? Give me that. And he was examining it for, I don't know, like 5 minutes. It was hilarious.
2-1 is swung on, lifted into the air towards left. Caden Rose, the left fielder, drifts over towards the line. Camps under it and makes the catch for out number 1. Are teams still using that? I know that was the big craze the start last year. The Yankees were doing it. I think the Brewers had a hand in that as well.
Yeah, I feel like it's either calmed down in popularity or teams aren't using it as much. I know Jazz Chisholm Jr., who's on a bit of a heater for the Yankees right now, has been using one.
So Bryson Ware will dig in from the right side. First pitch home, but outside it's 1 ball and no strikes.
Yeah, I remember that exploded. What, start of last season?
Yeah, it was like first weekend of the year, and the Yankees and Brewers were putting up all these runs with the torpedo bat, which in theory makes sense. 1-0, swing and a miss, 1-1. You're basically making the sweet spot bigger, in essence, on the baseball bat. Bryson Ware, a .258 hitter, 1 for 4 with a strikeout last night. 1-1. Taking on the outer half for a called strike. It's 1-2. Tonight also Seinfeld tribute night here at the ballpark. Actor John O'Hurley, of course known probably best as Jay Peterman from Seinfeld, in the ballpark tonight. The 1-2, and it's down low, 2-2. Had a chance to catch up with John O'Hurley before tonight's game. That conversation up now on all of our social media channels as well as YouTube. And I'll admit, someone who was born in 1999, that I didn't really watch much Seinfeld, really at all. I need to. I'll admit I need to. 2-2, Ware swings and he pops it up in the infield, right side. Rosario, the first baseman, into the infield grass to make the catch for out number 2. But I didn't realize that John O'Hurley still had a pretty big presence in some of the shows that I watched growing up. He was King Neptune from SpongeBob. He was the doctor in the episode of Drake and Josh, where basically Drake impersonated a doctor when Josh needed foot surgery after Drake shot him with the potato gun earlier on in the episode. One of my favorite Drake and Josh episodes. First pitch to Brito, up and away 1-0, because, and this will kind of give a little look into my lack of knowledge of pop culture, but I walk into the room today and I, introduce myself, talk to John O'Hurley, and I'm like, that voice, 1-0, swing and a miss, 1-1. I'm like, that sounds really familiar. And I know it's not from Jay Peterman because I just never watched Seinfeld. And then I look it up and I'm like, he's not King Neptune. He was in that Drake and Josh episode. He's in Phineas and Ferb. 1-1.
What is he in Phineas and Ferb?
Called strike 1 and 2. I think he's the brother of the mayor, maybe?
Okay.
I wasn't a big I was a Nickelodeon kid, so SpongeBob and Drake and Josh up my alley.
It's so perfect that those are the 2 things you recognize him from.
More than Seinfeld. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs to Brito. And here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. Third strikeout tonight for Blake Wehunt. A much-needed 1-2-3 inning for the Portland starter. And we are on
printing and embroidery business located right here in Reading, Pennsylvania. We are a small but highly skilled staff. We specialize in setting up online.
The people are welcoming, they're loving, they're caring. So if you're looking for a familial feel, definitely Asheville.
It's Asheville. That's all you gotta say.
They're excited to be back and back on their feet, so it's been awesome to see the rebuild.
Winning or losing, like everybody's there having a good time rooting us on, so I've always enjoyed that the whole year.
You play here at the tourist park and you feel like you're back in the old days playing real baseball.
Nestled right into the mountains there.
That's right on a cliff.
We're repping the Birmingham Black Barons today, and it's really awesome. The uniforms look really cool.
It's awesome. I like the look. The band kind of pops. So yeah, I like the whole get up. It's a good attire.
We got the Birmingham across the chest. We got the Birmingham Black Barons on the side too, which is super cool. Just the history of all of it. I think the hats are pretty sweet too. You got the 3 Bs.
This is remembering the people that came before us and what they did for this game and how they improved it.
next. Davlin swings, hammered in the air, no doubt shot for Chuck.
That was pretty at 417 feet from home plate.
Payoff pitch. Davlin swings, hammered in the air to right field, and gone! A 2-homer inning, punctuated with a grand slam.
Two scoreless innings so far is back out for his third inning of work. Franklin Arias, who hit it hard his first time up, was 100 miles per hour off the bat, but it was a line-out diving catch by the shortstop, Brian Rincon. Take away a base hit from him. First pitch is swung on and it's lifted down the left field line, but it will slice foul. So it's no balls and one strike. Portland, Corey, last night hit into some bad luck in terms of just hard hit balls down the line.
Yeah, if memory serves right, Blaze had a screamer down the line that ended up just being a foul ball at one point, and multiple, really, that could have broken the game open and turned that into a completely different contest. But if you're Reading, just like the ground rule double situation, you take it, you run with it, and you capitalize on it.
I said this to Al Patrica this morning when talking about that ground rule double home run controversy from last night. It's a long season. You're going to get breaks, and you're going to have things go against you. It's just the nature of the sport. 0-1, swung on a ground ball. It'll leak through the middle into center for a base hit. So Franklin Arias doesn't hit it quite as hard this time, but gets himself a leadoff single. And that'll bring Marvin Alcantara to the plate.
He has just about squared up everything he's seen this series. So he's been retired 3 times. There was the line out to Brian Rincon earlier today. He had a line out to left field yesterday, and the 4-3 ground out, he smacked back up the middle.
There comes Alcantara, 0-for-1 tonight. Fighting Phils will put the infield in double play depth. And the first pitch a bit outside, it's 1-0. Tucker has not allowed a run since the top of the third inning 2 starts ago against Harrisburg, which is May the 26th. Went the final 4 scoreless in that game, and then 7 shutout last week. 1-0. That one's a strike. It's 1-1, so it's 13 straight scoreless innings for Braden Tucker currently. Of course, we're not talking Christopher Sanchez-type numbers quite yet, but still, at this level to get 9, 10, double figures scoreless in a row, it's pretty impressive. 1-1, ground ball. Brito has it at third, 2nd for 1. Relay to first is high and off the glove of Alex Pinellas. So it'll be a 5-4 fielder's choice. No error, can't assume a double play. So Arias cut off at second, Alcantara aboard at first. And that'll bring Brooks Brannon, the DH, to the plate.
Yeah, just a tailor-made 5-4-3 double play. Bruno Escobar just sailing the throw a little bit. He's been playing pretty promising defense over at second base. Tucker still just hit 40 pitches, but that certainly would have helped him a little bit.
Escobar, 9 errors this year. As you kind of watch him talking to Brian Rincon and kind of just going through that transfer motion. But 9 errors this year. 8 of those have come at third base, just 1 at second. Been pretty sure-handed over there. As Brannon digs in, 1 out, top 3. A 3-0 Fightin' Phils lead as Tucker sits at 40 pitches. First one, sinker a bit high. It's 1-0. Brannon a walk in his only at-bat tonight. Came back in the first. Got the third. Eventually it was left stranded there. 1-0. Swung on and it tapped straight back foul. It's 1-1. Brannon 0 for 5, a strikeout and a walk lifetime against Braden Tucker. Third matchup between these guys in their respective careers. 1-1, runner goes. Pitch outside for a ball. Throw to second is not in time. Just getting his hand in behind the slide was Alcantara. Stolen base number 10 of the season in 11 attempts. And Portland has their potential first run of the night in scoring position. Here in a 2-ball, 1-strike count to Brooks Brannon. Alcantara leads off second. Escobar, the second baseman, shades towards the bag. 2-1. Swung on a line drive into left. Diving is Bryson Ware, and he makes a full extension catch for out number 2. Takes a base hit and perhaps a run away from Brooks Brannon and the Sea Dogs.
That's redemption right there for Bryson Ware. He was not charged with an error yesterday, but there was a double where he and Campbell converged, and he kind of lost his footing right at the end. That time he leaves his feet of his own accord and makes a remarkable diving play.
Bryson Ware, the definition of a Swiss Army knife. He's played every defensive position for Reading this year. Tonight, his 9th game of the year and left. First pitch a bit upstairs to Garcia, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. Garcia 1 for 1 tonight, 3 for 5 in the series so far, as he singled in the first to extend his hit streak to 6 and on-base streak to 13. 1-0. Swung on and it's lifted into the air, straightaway center. Campbell back to the track at the wall. He leaps and it's over his head and off the wall. Scoring is Alcantara. In the second base goes Garcia, and it's a 2-out double for Johanfran Garcia. And the Sea Dogs are on the board. It's 3-1 Reading.
Got that cushion from the first inning where the Fightins put up a 3 spot, but solid contact there. That was 99 off the bat, 358. And tip of the cap to Campbell. He jumped up as high as he could and just missed the ball by a matter of inches on his way up the wall.
Ball hung up there forever. Would have been a great punt in terms of hang time in the NFL. Double number 4, RBI number 23 this year for Garcia. And Rosario digs in, 2 outs and a man on second. And Tucker's first offering gets the outside corner for a called strike. It's 0-1. So it ultimately was 13 2/3 straight scoreless for Braden Tucker. Now he'll look to settle in and try to avoid having just his second 2-run outing this year, which is still a remarkable stat. 0-1. Slider, but outside it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Ronald Rosario 0 for 1 today. Has not faced Tucker previously to tonight. Leading off second is Garcia, the 1-1. Swung on and lifted into the air, straightaway center again. Almost a carbon copy of the last play. This time, though, it hangs up enough for Campbell, and the center fielder makes the catch to retire the side in the 3rd.
Marte with 4 hits in 5 at-bats. 0-1. Line foul right back into the net. The 0-2 from Lee is swing and a miss, strike 3. And comes home with a strike. Lee fires again, and Tolia waves and misses. 0-2. Lee spins one over for strike 1. The 2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Baez goes down on strikes. Impressive stuff there from Zach Lee.
With these designs, I wanted to bring out the Old English letter font, but add a twist to it. This is one I've developed over the years and used on a lot of tattoos. You could tell a sign painter or a lettering person by their numbers. That reveals a lot about them. It's an honor to design for the Dodgers. It's almost gone beyond sports, even into fashion. People wear LA caps all over the world.
The first thing people realize is the history of Montgomery, and that history is real. So while that history is in the past, it also helps us move forward in a positive way.
Just like a lot of other of the 120 minor league teams, is, the baseball is not what we do, right? The Tampa Bay Rays do a phenomenal job of sending amazing athletes here, and we let them handle the baseball, and we handle everything outside the line.
Portland did get 1 back in their half of the 3rd, but the Fightin' Phils will send the top of the order against Blake Wehunt. But take a bit of a delay for a moment as Brian Rincon needed a little bit of assistance from Arun Escobar to get the weighted donut off of his bat. able to do that successfully. And now Rincon, who's having a good start to this week, will dig on in. Rincon at the 267 on the year after his single and run scored back in the first. Blake Wehunt back out, and his first pitch of the inning. Taking a bit down low, it's 1-0. Brian Rincon up to a 12-game on-base streak, which has surpassed his previous season high of 11. The 1-0 is swung on and it's popped up towards left center field. Nelly Taylor, Caden Rose converge in the alley, and it's the center fielder Taylor with the catch for out number 1. First time this week Rincon's been retired, as he reached 5 times last night and had a hit tonight, so that'll now bring Arun Escobar to the plate for the Arphils. Escobar, a bit of an unconventional double his first time up on a ball misplayed by Caden Rose and left. First pitch is swung on and a fly ball towards right center. Hangs up enough for Taylor. Backtracks in front of the wall to make the catch. And that is out number 2. So since the Caleb Ricketts home run in the first, it's been 8 straight retired by Blake Wehunt, as Ricketts will dig in from the left side with 2 outs.
And outside of the strikeouts, every ball that's been put in play has been lifted. And you're seeing the ball carry as it gets warmer and warmer into the summer, but ballpark's holding it so far.
First pitch to Ricketts is taken a bit outside. It's 1-0. Very humid day here at America's Classic Ballpark. 88% humidity.
I believe it.
Currently, and it feels like it. 1-0 is inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Did have some pretty significant storms pass through a couple of hours ago, and usually those storms kind of knock the humidity down, but that was not the case today. Wehunt will fire the 2-0 home. Swing and a miss. It's 2-1. So Caleb Ricketts so far, since rejoining Reading yesterday, is 3 for 6, 3 home runs, and 9 runs driven in. Pretty good. 2-1. Swing and a miss, 2-2. Went after a sinker at 94 up top. So Blake Wehunt, 1 strike away from his second straight 1-2-3 inning.
That's unbelievable. We talked about how Liendo had a 13 RBI series last week. Ricketts is at 9 through a game and a third?
Yeah, it's crazy. This will be the 40th pitch tonight for Wehunt, who fires. And Ricketts swings and he sends it out foul. It's 2-2. Something about Caleb Ricketts and returns to Reading and 2 home run games. Last year for Ricketts, came off the injured list for Reading on June 16th from a 2-month absence of a broken hand. Hit 2 home runs against Hartford in that game. 2-2. Swung on, and it's off the foot of Wehunt, but takes a Sunday hop right to the first baseman, Rosario.
Ashes this one to left center field, giving chase are Jones and Franco. Jones still running, leaping, and he made the catch, banging up against the wall. What a play.
Here's the payoff pitch. Ramirez drills it deep to left center. Nelson on the chase. He looks up. It's gone! Ramirez doesn't realize it yet. It hit the ad wall. He's still running. The ball got away from Renzuyo at third. Now the umpire signal home run. It hit off the ad wall in left center fields.
The people are welcoming, they're loving, they're caring. So if you're looking for a familial feel, definitely Asheville.
It's Asheville. That's all you got to say.
Yeah. They're excited to be back and back on their feet, so it's been awesome to see the rebuild.
Winning or losing, like everybody's there having a good time rooting us on. So I've always enjoyed that the whole year.
You play here at the Tourist Park, and you feel like you're back in the old days playing real baseball.
Nestled right into the mountains there.
That's right on a cliff.
Gosh, we've gone to Sea Dogs games since we were kids.
I've been coming to see the Sea Dogs for the last 30 years. Great experience.
Everybody here is just bends over backwards to help people out.
Sea Dogs in the top of the fourth. He'll face off against the lefty in Nelly Taylor. And his first pitch, offered at on a check swing. He did not go, but the slider enters the zone for strike one. Taylor making his series debut, got the day off yesterday. Tucker's 0-1. This ball is swung on and fouled off straight back. A line shot over the netting. And over us here at the press box as it crawls up the ceiling, and it's 0-2. Tucker's earned run average still sitting pretty at 1.33 as he faces off against Taylor, who he struck out swinging back in the second. Deep breath from Braden Tucker. He gets set just north of the belt and comes home. Wave and a miss on a sinker, low and inside. And that is the third punch out of the evening for Braden Tucker. Second time he has sent Taylor down swinging. And it's one down in the top of the fourth. That brings up the right-handed hitter in Miguel Bleis. Looking to shake off yesterday's performance. He went 0 for 4 with a strikeout. Off to a nice start with a walk back in the second inning. First pitch to him is offered at and sliced down the right field line and foul. About halfway up the seats. Just right of a full pool party today. Those fans have to be pretty thrilled considering it was not very sunny or very dry about 2 hours ago. 0-1 the count on Bleis. The 15th ranked prospect in the Red Sox pipeline per MLB pipeline. Tucker's 54th pitch of the evening is on the way. Wave and a miss at 92. Top shelf, and it's 0-2. Bleis is one of 10 top 30 prospects on this AA roster, which when you think about rookie ball, the complex, low A, high A, we are in AA, AAA. To have a third of those top 30 prospects on your roster, which Portland does, pretty rare. 0-2. Taken down the heart, and that is strike three looking. Tucker earns a backwards K, and it's back-to-back punch-outs in the fourth. Up next is Caden Rose, who grounded out 4-3 back in the second. He had the high chopper that Arun Escobar, the second baseman, barehanded and fired to first in one motion. He swings and misses at a slider over the heart of the plate for strike one. Rose with his first AA homer of 2026 in yesterday's contest. Tried to mount a comeback in the ninth. 0-1. Taking outer half for strike two at 92 miles an hour. Rose swatted a solo shot. Abram Liendo walked. Franklin Arias doubled. And trimmed the lead from 7-3 to 7-5 before Alex McFarland sat down the next three in order to give the Fightins the win and snap a 5-game losing spell. Tucker's trying to strike out the side. He winds and deals. That ball is taken just off the plate for ball one. Tucker, an undrafted free agent out of Lipscomb, started his collegiate career at Indiana in the Big Ten. Has been mighty impressive this year. 1-2, wave and a miss, and that impressive start continues. Braden Tucker strikes out the side. He's up to 5 punch-outs through 4.
We work together to build a stronger community. Some of us are just starting out.
Picked up right where he left off last year. First pitch with a runner breaking, popped into shallow right center. Bradfield on the run along with Fabian, a diving play for the out. And with Jones running, he will easily be doubled up at first base. Just a matter of whether Fabian or Bradfield could make the play. Fabian did. Couldn't tell if Holiday put a little deke on Jones there. He went in head first on the dive. I don't think he had any idea.
Marte with 4 hits in 5 at-bats. 0-1. Line foul right back into the net. The 0-2 from Lee is swing and a miss, strike 3. And comes home with a strike. Lee fires again, and Tolia waves and misses. 0-2. Lee spins one over for strike 1. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Baez goes down on strikes. Impressive stuff there from Zach Lee.
Gosh, we've gone to Sea Dogs games since we were kids.
I've been coming to see the Sea Dogs for the last 30 years. Great experience.
Everybody here is just bends over backwards to help people out and wish the world was like it is right here at the ballpark.
We've always wanted to be more than just a baseball team. We want to be strong, active, contributing members of the community. And I think that effort is seen by the people and the fans, and they want to support that effort.
Contest 7-5, looking for their first back-to-back win sequence since May 16th. Rylan Heredia, the first opponent for the tall righty in Wehunt. First pitch to him, a breaking pitch that Heredia swings through, and it is 0-1. Rylan struck out back in the first. Has an Eastern League best 20 doubles, and he got his 20th yesterday. 0-1. Check swing on a ball in the dirt that skids away from the catcher in Garcia. Shane Sullivan appeals to first, and Brooks Pritchett says Rylan did not break the plane. 1-1 the count on the Phillies' number 30 prospect per MLB Pipeline. Had a pair of hits yesterday. The 1-1. Wave and a miss at a cutter at 89 miles an hour, tailing out of the zone and away up from Heredia. It's 1-2. A 3-run shot from Caleb Ricketts in the first gave the Fightins their lead. Portland striking back for 1 in the top of the 3rd. Next pitch rolled foul from Heredia, left side. Wehunt dialing his sinker up to 94.7 miles an hour. Relatively efficient so far, 45 pitches through 3+ innings. It's been working further and further into ball games as of late, going at least 5 in each of his last 3 starts. 1-2. Taken low and outside from Heredia. He does not bite on the slider, low and away, and it is 2-2. Wehunt, 25 years of age. The Sea Dogs SoFi Player of the Month for the month of May. 2-2. Wave and a miss on a knee-buckling changeup that swerves inside at Heredia. He comes up empty, and that is the 4th punch-out of the evening for Blake Wehunt. He has now sat down 10 straight Fightins hitters after allowing 3 straight hits. Bouncing back nicely. Alex Binelas, the former Sea Dog, steps up. Hit a deep fly ball to left field, almost snapping his hitless streak. First pitch to him, taken just above the top shelf at 94 for ball 1. Binelas was a part of the Red Sox organization before joining the Phillies. A little over a year ago to the date. 1-0. Taken inside for ball 2. He has 10 home runs, 33 runs batted in, leading the team in both marks. 0 for 4 yesterday with a run batted in and a walk. Righty-lefty matchup. Here comes Wehunt. He goes off speed and misses low with the slider. It is 3-0. The best hitters still find ways to get on base, right? And Pinellas leads the Fightins with 33 walks. Wehunt will try and climb uphill against him. Former teammates going at it. 3-0. Taken over the heart of the plate. It was red lights all around for Pinellas, who takes strike one. Ten straight retired for Wehunt. His 52nd pitch is swung on and belted down the right field line, but foul. Pinellas hooked that one down the line at 108 miles an hour off the bat. He ran into one on his first plate appearance back into first. Just shy of a home run. See if he can barrel one up here, or if Wehunt can continue to mow down the Fightins hitters. 3-2. Off-speed pitch taken outside. Pinellas draws his team best 34th walk of the season, and it's Reading's first base runner since the first inning.
Center fielder Dylan Campbell.
Dylan Campbell steps up next with one on and one down. Dylan striking out swinging to end matters in the first. First pitch to him, this ball is channeled over to Arias. It's a one-hopper, 6 on to second for 1. That is 4, and a flip to first for 3. A 6-4-3 twin killing. A hard-hit ground ball at 102.
Gosh, we've gone to Sea Dogs games since we were kids.
I've been coming to see the Sea Dogs for the last 30 years. Great experience.
Everybody here is just bends over backwards to help people out and wish the world was like it is right here at the ballpark.
We've always wanted to be more than just a baseball team. We want to be strong, active, contributing members of the community. And I think that effort is seen by the people and the fans, and they want to support that effort.
.364, 3 homers, 6 driven in there. He swings at the 0-2, fly ball into center, turns around and is gone.
His first time to left, he swings at the first pitch and he cracks one, and that ball is gone.
1-2 to Garcia, breaking ball, swung on, hit high in the air to left. That baby sails out of here. 3 at-bats, 3 home runs.
5 for 5 game for Jostinson Garcia.
Here's the pitch from Ryan. Swings. This ball hit pretty well. Deep left field. Is it going to be a fair ball? Yes, and a 3-run home run by Charlie Condon. And Albuquerque puts up a crooked number early to take a 3-0 lead. Here's the next pitch. Swings, and this is crushed again. Long gone again for Condon. Past the Miller line landing. 2 at-bats tonight. 2 home runs, driving in 5.
Name. Kirkering's having a nice year as a relief pitcher. 3-0 with a 2.10 earned run average for the Phillies. As we enter the top of the 5th frame, Braden Tucker, fresh off of striking out the side and notching his punch-out total to 5, will face off against 9-1-2 in the Sea Dogs order with Reading up 3-1. Starts with Abram Liendo. Liendo takes a first pitch sinker inside for ball 1. Liendo in search of that first hit this series, went 0 for 3 with a run scored and a walk yesterday. Flew out to center back in the second. 1-0. A slider peppered over the plate, but just low for ball 2. Tucker has retired 5 of his last 6, and 4 straight, bouncing back from giving up that 1 earned run in the top of the 3rd. He goes sinker inside to Liendo, trying to nibble at the corners, but misses again, and it's 3-0. Liendo having the 13 RBI series last week. which apparently Caleb Ricketts is trying to one-up. The 3-0 taking over the plate at 88 for strike one. Liendo with 13 runs batted in 6 games after entering that series with 14 on the season. So he almost doubled his total in 1 week. 3-1. Breaking ball that makes the inside corner, and it is 3-2. Tucker successfully climbing uphill. He's 2/3 of the way there. Liendo named the Red Sox minor league defensive player of the year in 2025. Durable played 120 out of 138 games for Portland last season. Tucker at 64 pitches. Here is 65. And he misses low and outside. His changeup skips over the plate. A full count turns into a walk as Liendo earns his way onto first. That turns the lineup card over yet again for Franklin Arias, the top prospect in the Red Sox system. 3 for 5 yesterday, 1 for 2 today. With a runner on first and nobody out. First pitch to him, taken outside for ball 1. Arias has that batting average up to .321. 4 for 7 this series as the Titans try and contain one of the more dangerous bats in minor league baseball. 1-0, runners going. That ball is taken inside. Throw on down to second. Did not get him. Rincon slapped the tag. Escobar slapped the tag, excuse me. But Abram Liendo skates in safely for his 10th stolen bag in 14 attempts. Sea Dogs are 2 for 2 on stolen base attempts. Marvin Alcantara stole second for his 10th stolen bag of the season back in the 3rd inning. And now it's a 2-0 count on Arias. Deep breath from Tucker, who operates out of the stretch. Pitch to Arias, taken outer corner. A nice changeup for strike 1. Liendo is making a habit to dance off of the bag, trying to get Tucker's attention. Braden has gone 7 strong innings in each of his last 2 starts. 2-1. Taken inside and high at 90 miles an hour for ball 3. You see these misses, they're marginal, not by much. This is what Tucker will do. He'll try and find the shape of the strike zone on each and every day. Just barely missing here. 3-1 hitters count for Arias. The pitch to him. This ball is swung on and lined over to third. Throw on over to second, and that is a 5-4 double play.
Great play all around by Eric Brito. And I think for Liendo, didn't even think he was that far off the bag, but Brito just so quick and a great throw to get Liendo there and a huge double play.
That helps Tucker's pitch count, which resides at 69 offerings so far. More hard contact from Arias, but the Titans defense on the edge of their toes. We saw Bryson Ware sprawl out for a diving grab in the 3rd. Now it's Marvin Alcantara stepping up and taking a breaking ball in her half for strike 1. Titans up 3-1. Holding a lead they grabbed in the 1st inning thanks to a 3-run shot from Caleb Ricketts. Next pitch is offered at and sliced foul for strike 2. Marvin sporting the red accents today, talking about his wrist guard and gloves and shoes. Was all pink yesterday, and Emma Tiedemann, the broadcaster for the Sea Dogs, told me that is so when his mom watches the broadcast, she can figure out where he's at, which I thought was really wholesome. He's sporting the red today to go with the away jerseys. 0-2, taken up high for ball 1.
This will be appropriate for, I think, both viewing audiences. Former Eagles, now current Patriots wide receiver A.J. Brown used to always say that he would wear fluorescent shoes, so when his kids watching the game at home, they always knew which one was him.
Easy to pick out, right? It's fun to hear how these guys can still connect with their families from far away. The 1-2 is taken outside. Slider at 83 misses, and it's 2-2. Tucker crouches over, grabs the rosin bag, tosses it up a couple times, slams it into the ground, and resets. He's working on 5 punch-outs. 2-2. This ball is swung on and scorched to deep left field. Bryson Ware is back. He leaps up. That ball stays in the park but skids off the wall. Ware tracks it down. It's a stand-up double for Marvin Alcantara, his 10th two-bagger of the season.
Yeah, valiant effort there by Bryson Ware. With a changeup, a bit upstairs but in. And a good job by Alcantara keeping those hands in tight and getting enough barrel on the baseball to send that one onto the fence. And shout out again to Eric Brito for making that 5-4 double play, because if he does not double off Abram Liendo, depends on what happens there. Ware seemed to have been tracking the ball for a moment. Maybe he fools the base runner. But that could have made this a 3-2 ball game, if not for the double play. Brooks Brannon is up next. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. He lined out to left field, back in the third. Tucker out of the stretch. Misses high and inside. Some chin music for ball 1. Brannon was ranked as a top Red Sox prospect by Baseball America in 2023 and 2024. Ran into some injury issues and fell out of the list last year. Performing well this season. .298 hitter with 9 homers. 1-0. This ball is swung on and scorched to Bryson Ware, who greets him again with a line out. Bryson Ware sprawled out to rob Brooks Brannon of extra bases his last time up. This time not as dramatic, but he still gets...
You are more than a bank account balance. You are...
So we got a little throwback uni on, great socks, you feel me? So it's like we're going back in time. So I feel the presence of Jackie Robinson, you know what I'm saying, all those great guys. So yeah, we're going to play like them too.
This logo, kind of having this logo here, Triple B's, you know, those guys went through a lot more than I probably can ever imagine. And, you know, it's a fight that they had to put up just so I can get here. And so getting the chance to even wear the jersey and get on the field and play is something huge.
I'm Jonathan Nahum, and for more than 20 years, I've traced the path of baseball's rising stars, navigating the back roads of the national pastime and basking in the glow of small-town America's spirit, where the team is woven into the fabric of everyday life, where it's more than just a game. It's a celebration of the people, the traditions, and the culture that give these places their soul. This is Grassroots.
At Fenway. Off the bat of Chang, center fielder back, and he will have a sliding triple.
2-2 pitch. Going back, it's over his head. Chang with his second extra base knock. The 3-2. In front of the berm, and it carries out of here.
And he bunts. Holderman turns, throws, base hit, and Chang will be a third, and he's done it on a bunt and a cycle for that guy.
Community nestled on a 190-acre wooded campus with many walking trails, including the Lebanon County Rail Trail. Blake Wehunt has looked dialed in, allowing just one base runner over the course of the last 3 innings. He has retired 12 of his last 13 batters faced. And with Reading up 3-1 heading into the bottom of the 5th, he'll face off against the bottom third of the Fightin's order, Caden Hediger, Bryson Ware, and Eric Brito, who just had a nice 5-4 double play sequence in the top half of the inning. Hediger steps up, 0 for 1 today. He flew out to left field. First pitch to Hediger, low and in near the shoestrings, and number 7 scoots out of the way to avoid the baseball. It's ball 1. So, did a little digging on Blake Wehunt. He's got a farm background, but it's actually pretty interesting because the roots, there's a few ways that he still shows that today. Peers in through his glove and fires the 1-0. This ball is swung on and lined back up the middle, deposited into shallow right center field, and it is a leadoff single for Caden Hediger, the first hit for the Fightins since the first inning.
Good swing from Caden Hediger as Reading trying to get to Blake Wehunt, who has settled nicely into this ball game. Kind of a pretty similar trajectory to Gene Cabrera last night. 3 runs in the first, and then really kind of dug himself in and settled in nicely.
Yeah, he's bouncing back. He's at 56 pitches right now, pacing well as he goes up against the former Auburn Tiger in Bryson Ware. First pitch to Ware. Swung on and chopped left side. That gets over to Arias. He fires across his body onto second for one. And it is a 6-4 fielder's choice. That's all they'll get as the speedy Bryson Ware takes over for Caden Hediger on first base. So Eric Brito steps up. So Blake Wehunt's got the farm background, right? He would wake up at the crack of dawn every morning as a kid, work for his dad's chicken farm. His dad, Keith, spends hours a day maintaining a pair of 100,000 square foot chicken houses on about 70 acres of land. And that's what Blake would do growing up. First pitch, grounder left side is foul. He mentioned that it helped instill hard work into his everyday life. Actually grew up not far from where the Greenville Drive play, which he was just at before getting elevated to Double-A Portland. 0-1 the count on Brito. Next pitch to him. Slides outside, and he takes it for ball one. It's 1-1. And if we get the right angle at it, there is actually the phrase or the words chicken farmer etched into the side of his glove somewhere. And he still wears that today. 1-1 is scorched to deep left center field, and it drops just in front of Taylor. Didn't have time to crash in near his spot much, and it's runners on first and second as Eric Brito keeps the hit train rolling.
Saw Sutton a couple of nice swings to the plate and fills this inning. And bullpen's empty, so looks like Tucker will get the 6. Let's see if Freddie can give him some insurance runs before that.
Trying to score for the first time since the first inning, where Caleb Ricketts hit a 3-run homer, his third home run in his first 6 at-bats. Just to finish up the story on Wehunt, as we have a mound visit between himself and Garcia. Wehunt would wear T-shirts in college, a chicken and thumbs up on it that would say Wehunt Farms on the back, along with some hats. College teammates wanted some, so he got them some of his, what he called, chicken farmer merch. Then guys like Peyton Tolley and Connolly Early, who are big league arms right now, also wanted that merch, and there's photos out there of both of them wearing those shirts and wearing that merchandise warming up. First pitch to Brian Rincon, a curveball taken off the plate, and it's 1-0. Rincon, the number 27 prospect for the Phillies. 1 for 2 today. Next pitch to him, bends below the zone. Another curveball misses, and it's 2-0. Rincon got on base safely his first 6 plate appearances of this series. Flew out to center field to snap that streak back in the third. Wehunt out of the stretch. Ball is taken up and in, but on the corner at 94, and it's 2-1 on Rincon. Brian dangerous when he gets on. He is 8th in the Eastern League in stolen bases with 18 of them. Right now it's Ware on second and Brito on first. He swings at the next pitch and pops it straight up. All infielders converging. Alcantara calls everybody off, and the second baseman just right of the mound makes the grab for out number 2.
Second baseman, Arun Escobar.
A key out there for Wehunt as Arun Escobar steps up. Someone who's been so clutch with runners in scoring position this year, hitting .292 in that scenario. Is going to try and give Braden Tucker some much-earned insurance, as he has yet again spun 5 innings and allowed just 1 run. Time is called, and Wehunt began his stretch off the mound. Pitch clock violation. Question is on who? It was on Wehunt. So it's 1-0. Out of the stretch he goes. Escobar takes low and outside. 2-0 the count on the Phillies' number 4 prospect, who is 1 for 2 today with a double and a run scored. Hitters count for Escobar. Trying to come up clutch here in the 5th. He swings and slices a ball foul. 3/4 of the way up the seating. Ball bounces off a fan's hands, and someone else catches it off the ricochet. Jake Starr had been talking to Al Padrique about Escobar before today's game, and even though that batting average reads .225, Padrique had mentioned he's pleased with the at-bats that Escobar has been taking. He's drawn a fair amount of walks. Next pitch to him, taken outer third for strike 2 at 94, and Escobar has a few words for Shane Sullivan. Somebody in Escobar who's really trusted his eye early on this year. He's drawn 26 walks. 2-2. Oh, a scorched foul. 97 off the bat, and Wehunt, nearing the 70-pitch mark, will keep on chugging. Wehunt's season high is 77 pitches. This will be number 69. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch, chopped foul yet again. Escobar working a prolonged at-bat, trying to chip away at somebody in Wehunt who through his first 5 starts did not get out of the 4th inning. Through the last 3 starts, he's gone 5 innings, 6 innings, and 6 innings yet again. He's at 4 2/3. Good battle here with Escobar. Next offering is fouled off yet again. Arun continues to spoil it, and right as we talk about Al Padrique commending him for drawing these longer at-bats and getting a lot of looks, he's doing it yet again. Escobar 3 for 4 this season against Wehunt, making for a tough at-bat. Wehunt checks on second and comes home. Another foul ball. And that time Escobar visibly upset with himself. He wants to put one of these in play. It's still a productive at-bat, but he taps himself on the helmet rather aggressively with his left hand and gets back into the box. He wants to drive his teammates home. His squad up 3-1, looking for some insurance. 2-2, taken low, and that's ball 3. Did a bit of a Soto shuffle that time. Escobar doubled back in the first. He flew out to center in the third. Recently hit his 4th homer of the season in the last home series against Harrisburg on May 26th. 3-2. This ball is swung on and shot back up the middle. That's going to get through and score Bryson Ware. It's an RBI single for Arun Escobar, who worked one pesky at bat, but he takes the 10th pitch and drives it right back up the middle.
Good night for Escobar, his 2nd hit of the night, and he picks up RBI number 29 of the season.
And who steps up behind him but Caleb Ricketts? As Eric Brito went corner to corner, it's runners on the corners, and that may be it for Mr. Wehunt, who's at 73 pitches right now. That would be 4 short of his season high of 77, which he threw back on May 27th against the Binghamton Rumble Ponies. Entire infield converging. Wehunt is responsible for both runners on base right now. And he's through 4 2/3, and he will keep working. And you wonder, they've got to be cognizant of his workload, right? But 2 2/3 innings from Anthony Ianson yesterday. This bullpen is taxed from yesterday's outing.
Yeah, and it very well could have been a message like, hey, this is your last batter. Go and get him, and regardless of what happens, your night's over after this.
Here's Caleb Ricketts, who's reintroduced himself on 3 occasions in 2 games. He takes strike 1, bottom shelf on a cutter. Ricketts has a grand slam, a 3-run homer earlier today, and a 2-run homer also yesterday. 3 home runs in 7 at-bats. 0-1. This ball is swung on and lined into right center field, and that splits the alley. It brings home Eric Brito, runners on the corners, an RBI single, and that is 10 runs batted in not even 2 full baseball games. For Caleb Ricketts, it's 5-1 Reading.
His career high in RBI entering play today was 4. He had 6 yesterday. He has 4 today. Caleb Ricketts is just on another level right now. And the Fightin' Phils are starting to pour some on. And Kyle Cicela's coming out of the dugout. And that'll be the end of the night for Blake Wehunt.
Wehunt 4 2/3. His line won't be closed quite yet. He'll be responsible for Ricketts on first with the RBI single. His 10th run batted in of this very young series. He'll be responsible for Escobar over on third base as well. That's going to be the hook. It'll be time for our first Alvernia University Golden Wolves call to the bullpen. We'll learn more about the new reliever when we come back.
Discover active senior living at Cornwall Manor. Nestled on 190 scenic acres in Lebanon County, we offer independence, wellness programs, music, education, and on-site health care for peace of mind. Choose from apartments to homes and see for yourself. Join us for lunch and a tour. Visit cornwallmanor.org to learn more. Cornwall Manor, celebrating over 75 years of senior living.
Bringing the kids to the game? Make sure you stop by Dermatology Partners Funland in the Right Field Plaza. Your youngsters can play mini golf, test their arm and speed pitch, try ring toss, jump in the moon bounce, and enjoy so much more family fun. Tickets start at just $1 per activity, or grab a wristband for only $10 and enjoy unlimited fun all night long. We can't wait to see you in Dermatology Partners Funland at First Energy Stadium, America's classic ballpark. 5-1 Fightin' Phils out in front. We have our first Alvernia University Golden Wolves call to the bullpen with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. Caleb Bolden will take over.
16th appearance of the year for Bolden. 2-2 record, a 4.50 ERA. Does have a save and a couple of attempts as well. And I'll face Heredia here, holding righties to 190, lefties at 356. So if Pinellas on deck, if Heredia can find a way to get on, see the Fightin' Phils can try to break this one wide open.
2 of the next 3 would be lefties, too, with Caden Hediger in that 7 spot. But it's Rylan Heredia first. He's the 7th Fightin's hitter to step up in the bottom of the 5th. First pitch to him. He takes ball 1 just low at 92. Heredia 0 for 2 with a couple of punch-outs today. Went 2 for 4 yesterday with his league-best 20th double. 1-0. Taken outer corner at 93 for strike 1. Wehunt's line is not closed. He's responsible for the runners on first and third. He goes 4 2/3 today. 1-1. Wave and a miss on a breaking ball low and outside, and it is 1-2. Bolden goes fastball, slider, change. Outside setup from Garcia. The pitch. This ball is swung on and skied to left center field. Taylor and Rose converging, and the center fielder commanding the ball is Taylor. He sticks his glove up and makes the grab with his right hand. But the fight is...
I don't want to embarrass anybody, at the wedding, so... I didn't want to embarrass anybody at the wedding. More so myself, so I wouldn't look good.
And he began the season with 1 earned run in 13 innings as Aloy lifts that one in the deep left center. That one's at the wall, and the Keys go back-to-back to open the night. 1-2 to Aloy. Fly ball deep left center. That one is not coming back. Kiss it goodbye. Goes Titan Kennedy Hayes, the 3-1. A fly ball left center. It's at the wall. That ball is off the second level and gone!
At Fenway.
Off the bat of Chang, center fielder back, and he will have a sliding triple.
2-2 pitch. Going back, it's over his head. Chang with his second extra base knock. The 3-2. In front of the berm, and it carries out of here.
And he bunts. Holderman turns, throws, base hit, and Chang will be a third, and he's done it on a bunt and a cycle for that guy.
The first thing people realize is the history of Montgomery, and that history is real. So while that history is in the past, it also helps us move forward in a positive way.
Just like a lot of other of the 120 minor league teams, the baseball is not what we do, right? The Tampa Bay Rays do a phenomenal job of sending amazing athletes here, and we let them handle the baseball, and we handle everything outside the line.
6th at America's Classic Ballpark. It's 5-1 Fightin' Phils. A couple of insurance runs in the bottom half of the 5th. After Blake Wehunt was really grooving in innings 2, 3, and 4, his night ends after 4 2/3. Braden Tucker's night continues to chug on as he's at 77 pitches and holds a 4-run lead. He'll face off against Johanfran Garcia to start things off. First pitch to him, broken bat roller up the left side. Rincon fields right of his right hip and fires across in time. 6-3 on the putout. And that's a big one for Tucker. He's given up just 4 hits tonight, but 2 of those were to Garcia, who is retired for the first time this evening. Stepping up behind him with 1 down and nobody on is Ronald Rosario, who's 0 for 2. First pitch to him, he was taken all the way, and it's 91 on the inner corner for strike 1. Rosario led last year's Sea Dogs squad with 56 runs batted in, ranked 2nd in homers with 11. He checks his swing on a sinker inside. It is called a ball, and it's 1-1 on the 23-year-old. Tucker's 1-1. Taken at the knees at 90 for strike 2. Rosario's played a few different roles. He's made 235 starts at catcher, 50 as the DH, 4 over at first base. The first baseman today. 1-2. Swung on and spoiled foul. It springs halfway up the netting, just over the Fightin' Phils dugout, where many of Tucker's teammates look on, and I want to say in awe, but probably not at this point. They're getting so used to 5+ innings of solid baseball from Braden Tucker, but it is still extremely impressive. The 1-2. This ball is a jam shot, a fly ball on the infield. Meandering into foul territory is Brito, and he makes the grab for out number 2.
It's pitch number 83 tonight for Braden Tucker. Started the night an ERA of 1.24. After that out, it is 1.27. So if he gets this last out here, probably will finish it pretty much right where it was. Which out of all the earned run averages in minor league baseball right now, that is tough to maintain. And he's been able to do it. He's continued to chip away at it the last few starts. His first offering to the lefty in Nelly Taylor is taken inner third. The changeup registers for strike 1. Taylor originally from Clearwater, Florida, which if you're a Phillies fan, you know plenty about that. That's where the low A affiliate in the Threshers play their games. 0-1, swung on and lined straight back. Was tracking for the press box, but thank goodness for the netting. It's strike 2. Tucker at 85 pitches. Talk about a steal. Not even out of the draft. He was an undrafted free agent out of Lipscomb. Has a career ERA below 3 and a 127 earned run average this year. Slotted in line for the win, trying to finish off his 6th inning of work. 0-2. And he got him, yes, sir. Another punch out for Braden Tucker. His 6th strikeout and what is likely a curtain call on another.
Hank Greenberg helped popularize the first baseman's mitt, holding a massive 13-inch pocketed glove. That was quickly banned, reducing the maximum size to 12 inches. Paul Richards also developed a black hole-sized catcher's mitt. This ginormous thing, measuring 42 inches in circumference, was known as Big Bertha, or the Elephant, for its massive size. It was swiftly outlawed as well.
You could describe Tulsa as a big, small town or a small, big city.
Tulsa is a very mixed city of arts and film and sports. I mean, it's a true melting pot of all kinds of things.
Professional baseball in Tulsa, it's actually older than the state of Oklahoma.
It's nice to play in front of, fans that you see on a daily basis.
Gosh, we've gone to Sea Dogs games since we were kids.
I've been coming to see the Sea Dogs for the last 30 years. Great experience.
Everybody here is just bends over backwards to help people out and wish the world was like it is right here at the ballpark.
We've always wanted to be more than just a baseball team. We want to be strong, active, contributing members of the community. And I think that effort is seen by the people and the fans, and they want to support that effort.
All of minor league baseball. Bolden back out onto the mound. He gets a clean slate now. And he'll face off against the former Sea Dog in Alex Binelas. Caleb Bolden the righty, Binelas the lefty. First pitch to him, a slide piece that catches the outer corner for strike one. Binelas has spent time with the Brewers, Red Sox, and now Phillies organizations. Next pitch to him, wave and a miss, and it is 0-2. On the Oak Creek, Wisconsin native. Blake Wehunt's line officially closed at 4 2/3. 5 earned runs on 7 hits, a walk, and 4 strikeouts. Fighting's got to him today. 0-2, wave and a miss. Binelas goes down swinging. Bolden doing a nice job of registering a fly out off of Rylan Heredia with runners on the corners. Now he strikes out Binelas, and it's 1 down for Dylan Campbell. Campbell 0 for 2 today. He swings first pitch and chops the ball foul. It is 5-1 Fightin' Phils. They're going for their first back-to-back win sequence since May 16th. Last couple of series have been a tough go. You could argue it started with the 6-game road series in Portland, where they lost 5 of 6. Trying to get some revenge and get momentum back on their side. 0-1. Taken outer corner at 93 for strike 2. Portland's 2.5 games out of first place. And not this upcoming Sunday, but the following Sunday is the end of the first half of the minor league baseball season at AA. 0-2, swung on and chopped right side. Weak grounder to Alcantara. He slings the ball across the diamond. 4-3 on the putout to get Campbell by a step and a half.
Yeah, Campbell is chugging it up the line. Speedy, number 8 for Reading. Made that a very close play on a softly hit ground ball to second.
Always one of those guys, much like Austin Murray, where they're hustling every single play. And I think this group as a whole has been great at that. Doesn't matter if they're up 5-1, down 10-0. They're grinding it out every single play. Caden Hediger steps up. Fresh off a single back in the 5th, and he takes ball 1 outside. Hediger, an 11th round pick back in 2023. Went to Sierra Canyon High School. Same prep school as Bronny James. And he takes the 1-0 up and in for ball 2. Caleb Bolden pitched at Texas Christian University, or TCU, and the University of Arkansas for his college baseball. 2-0. A slide piece that nips the outer third, and it's 2-1. Couple of Fightins connections there, right? TCU alum now in Chuck King, played his college baseball there. Arkansas, the probable starter for tomorrow in Gage Wood, that's his alma mater. Two-one, wave and a miss at 95 from Hediger. Gage Wood will make his fourth AA start tomorrow. It'll be his second at home. And the last time he was here at home, he rung up a career-best 99-mile-an-hour fastball in the fourth inning of his four-inning outing. He had mentioned in a post-game availability, 100's just going to have to come to him. It can't be something that he forces. 2-2. Wave and a miss at a breaking ball, and it is 3 up, 3 down, 4 up, 4 down, dating back to the fifth for Caleb Bolden, who's doing an effective job.
The first thing people realize is the history of Montgomery, and that history is real. So while that history is in the past, it also helps us move forward in a positive way.
Just like a lot of other of the 120 minor league teams, the baseball is not what we do, right? The Tampa Bay Rays do a phenomenal job of sending amazing athletes here, and we let them handle the baseball, and we handle everything outside the line.
Alternate identities are always great because it just adds a new layer.
When you talk about Rochester, our most famous cuisine is the garbage plate. It became so popular that Thursdays are for the plates in Rochester.
The first alternate identity that we had was the Albuquerque green chili cheeseburgers.
So that's what makes minor league baseball great. We have an amazing ability to get in touch with our community.
Fenway. Off the bat of Chang, center fielder back, and he will have a sliding triple.
2-2 pitch. Going back, it's over his head. Chang with his second extra base knock. The 3-2 in front of the berm, and it carries out of here.
And he bunts. Holderman turns, throws, base hit, and Chang will be a third, and he's done it on a bunt and a cycle for that guy.
And after tonight's game, Corey Sparks will have your White Star Tours post-game show, hopefully recapping the second straight win for the R-Phils. But first things first, in this top of the seventh inning, let's get you the new arm on the mound for Reading. Dips into their bullpen for the first time, and it's Saul Turan.
Hats off to Braden Tucker after 6 innings of one-run ball with 6 Ks. He hands off to the 6'1", 165-pound, 23-year-old righty. 2-1, 708 earned run average, 18 strikeouts to 6 walks over 20 and a third innings pitched for Turan.
7, 8, and 9 do it for the Sea Dogs, who trail by 4, and Miguel Blaze steps in. And Turan's first pitch of the night, a sinker, just a bit outside. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Just another day at the office for Braden Tucker. 1-0 is down low. It's 2-0. His ERA did unfortunately go up tonight. It started at 1.24. It ends at 1.26.
I'm sure he's devastated.
I think you'll take that. 2-0 is a slider down low. 3 balls and no strikes to Blaze. Tough go of it for Turan. He's allowed a run in 7 straight appearances. Next pitch, waving a whiff by Blyce. It's 3-1. And he's let a run in 11 of 14 appearances this year. Fightins probably looking for just 1 out of Saul Turan tonight. They try to bridge through the final third of this ball game. Pitch home. Swung on and a 2-hopper to short. Ranging to his left is Rincon. Sets himself up from the outfield grass. And to strike the first in time. 6-3 goes the putout for out number 1. That'll bring Caden Rose to the plate. Have to think that Alex McFarland most likely unavailable tonight. Went an inning and a third last night, but had a really lengthy ninth inning. So think that Phillies number 17 prospect McFarland is down tonight as Caden Rose swings and misses at the first offering from Saul Turan. It's no balls and one strike. Rose 0 for 2 tonight, a ground out and a strikeout. Next pitch is a bit outside. It's 1-1. Rose entered play tonight on a 5-game on-base streak along with a 4-game hit streak. Both of those in jeopardy here tonight as he's remained hitless. And Turan's 1-1. Swung on, another two-hopper to short. Backhanded by Rincon. Fires the first, a strike in time. Out number 2. Back-to-back nice plays by Brian Rincon to start this inning off. And with 2 down, that'll bring Abram Liendo to the plate.
Mission here for Turan is something that he's excelled at so far this year. Just throw strikes. He's been hit around a little bit, but understand you have a 4-run margin to work with. Just put something in there and rely on those gloves behind you.
Turan, 18 strikeouts and 6 walks this year. First pitch to Liendo is a slider for a strike. It's 0-1. Liendo tonight, a fly out to center, a walk back in the 5th. Extended his on-base streak to 11 games. 0-1. Another slider taken for a strike, and it's 0-2. Liendo, average sits right at the Mendoza line, 200. With 2 outs in the top of the 7th inning. And Turan's 0-2. Swing and a miss, he got him. 1, 2, 3, top of the 7th inning for Saul Turan. Time to stretch. Fighting Phil's on top.
Gosh, we've gone to Sea Dogs games since we were kids.
I've been coming to see the Sea Dogs for the last 30 years. Great experience.
Everybody here is just bends over backwards to help people out and wish the world was like it is right here at the ballpark.
We've always wanted to be more than just a baseball team. We want to be strong, active, contributing members of the community. And I think that effort is seen by the people and the fans, and they want to support that effort.
You could describe Tulsa as a big, small town or a small, big city.
Tulsa is a very mixed city of arts and film and sports. I mean, it's a true melting pot of all kinds of things.
Professional baseball in Tulsa, it's actually older than the state of Oklahoma.
It's nice to play in front of, fans that you see on a daily basis.
He throws a 1-0 to Gorson, drives one deep to right. This is trouble as Cox moving back toward the bullpen. He hops in the air, and he brought it back. Jonah Cox, what a grab.
Looking for some insurance runs against Caleb Bolden, who is back out for his second full inning of work. Just 15 pitches so far tonight for Bolden, as Bryson Ware will lead things off for Reading. Tonight, a rare Wednesday Bark in the Park night, usually done on Sunday afternoon, evening games here in Baseball Town. Bolden's first offering is a high chopper to short. Arias has to wait for it to come down, fires the first in time. Bryson Ware is retired. Nice job by Franklin Arias. Really not a lot of time to actually get set, but he throws Ware out for out number 1.
I was wondering if that hit the plate. It did not. We got a lot of rain, Jake. That's still rocketed off the ground.
102 off the bat. But with actor John O'Hurley here, of course, who hosts the annual dog show on Thanksgiving every year. First pitch, Brito takes it for a ball. We figured we do a Bark in the Park night tonight. And with that, Blooper, the hound dog, was singing Take Me Out to the Ball Game on the back of the bike. The 1-0 is a called strike. It's 1-1. Of course, he wasn't singing the words the way we traditionally would, but he
was murmured.
Singing it in dog language. And I think he did a great job. Ball and a strike to Eric Brito, the pitch. And the pitch is a bit outside, 2-1.
Yeah, that was a first for me. I enjoyed it. I'm sure the dogs did too.
For those listening at home, of course, Blooper the Hound Dog is a part of the R-Phil's mascot band. 2-1. Swung on and a knuckler into right field. It falls for a base hit. Second hit today for Eric Brito. And it's a one-out base runner for the Fightin' Phils.
I think when this team is at its best, and you can say this about most baseball teams, it's when you can look up and down your scorebook and see that almost everybody's reached base safely, at least once. And you can say that about 7 of the 9 Fightin' Phils hitters today. They've gotten on base safely at least once already.
So, top of the order up, Brian Rincon digs in. See if they think about putting Brito in motion. Does have a stolen base and a pretty substantial lead. He is going, and he's in safely as he pitches the ball. Terrific jump for Eric Brito.
Wow.
Who steals his second base of the year and puts the runner in scoring position.
We saw Arun Escobar do that yesterday in the later phases of the game.
There's clearly something they're seeing with these Portland relievers. The 1-0. Rincon takes a slider down and in. 2 balls and no strikes to the left-handed bat. Rincon 1 for 3 tonight. Singled and scored a run back in the first. A couple of flyouts to his name as well. 2-0. Rincon swings and he attacks it at foul. They'll go out of play to third base side, and it's 2-1. Rincon, a 205 hitter this year with runners in scoring position. Here's the 2-1 to him. Swinging a tapper straight down foul. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Brian Rincon, quiet April, hit just 222. Hit 301 in May, which included a quick trip to the injury list, some hamstring tightness. And since he's come back, he's pretty much picked up right where he left off. It's great to see from Rincon, who's really taken big strides offensively this year. 2-2. Swinging another foul ball. Skitters to the third base side. And the count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes.
This at bat is very Arun Escobar-esque, circa the 5th inning. Long battle. Escobar came out on top in that one with an RBI single.
5-1, Reading leads bottom half of the 7th. Eric Brito leads off second. And Brian Rincon, a 2-2 count to him. Currently on a season best 12-game on-base streak for Rincon. The 2-2. Low and away, 3 balls and 2 strikes. On what was the 6th pitch of the at-bat to Brian Rincon. The 22-year-old has 9 home runs this year, which is already a season career best for him. And the 3-2. Swinging, he fouls it off of himself, and he'll stay alive. Next pitch will be the 8th of the at-bat. Fightin' Phils lead by 4. Trying to tack on to their lead here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. The 3-2. Swung on, fouled again. Towards Fightin' Phils first base coach near Luis Martinez, who, in honor of the World Cup coming up, makes a kick stop and then gives it to a fan in the Savage dugout suite. So 8 pitches so far this at bat to Brian Rincon. Three-two. On the inside corner, called strike 3. So Caleb Bolden wins that 9-pitch battle. Gets his second strikeout tonight and the second out of the inning. And that'll bring Arun Escobar to the plate.
That was a good pitch. I think he realized he couldn't leave anything over the plate because Rincon was either going to put it in play or spoil it. He had to freeze him, and that's what he did there.
So here comes Arun Escobar, who's had himself a very good night. The first pitch to him is swung on and it's dribbled foul, third base side, where Fighton's third base coach Marty Malloy will go pick that one up. Escobar hits in both games this week, 2 for 3 tonight. Doubled and scored back in the first, had an RBI single in the 5th. As time is called. Now balls and 1 strike to Escobar, 21-year-old from the right side. The 0-1, and time is called by Escobar. Very late time given by home plate umpire Shane Sullivan. It is not the first time we've seen a pretty late time given by this umpiring crew this week. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Big cut there by Escobar on a slider at 82. No throwing in Reading's bullpen, so it looks like we'll see Saul Turan again in the 8th. As Bolden comes set at the belt. The 0-2. And Escobar swings and he'll dribble it just foul to the left of the third base bag. So it'll stay 0-2. Fighton Phil's working some lengthy at-bats against Caleb Bolden in this inning. 0-2, 2 outs to Escobar. Brito leads off second. Reading leads by 4. The 0-2. Swung on right to Alcantara at second base, who makes a leaping grab and takes a base hit and perhaps an RBI.
Lovich hits a high flat at right center field. Back goes Burkholder at the wall. It's gone, a home run. He's in as he fits for another one deep to right field. Humphreys back track at the wall. He leaps. It's gone, a home run. Crushed out to left center field and deep towards the gap. Beltran back, Burkholder back. They both look up. Look at that go for the third straight at bat. Jackson Lovich homers out to left center.
I'm helping these kids be the best versions of themselves, and I'm also representing like where I came from. And in the Zilla team, I was working with a creative guy that was with Nike. I work with my best friend who manages this team with me, and we kind of just like put together like what we think would look cool. We went like Godzilla theme. You kind of get to help them grow up into a young man and help them just make the right steps forward. And that's really why I started to have impact.
Kertner comes set, the 2-2. Hit back into center field. It drops in front of Camden Troyer, and he misplays it. It bounces over his glove. 1 scores for Bowling Green. Home comes 2. And all the way from first, Theo Gillen scores. Getting the wave around third, Bodine. Kent's throw from short is not in time.
Wow. I mean, it was in time.
Saul Turan after a 11-pitch, 1-2-3 7th inning is back out for the 8th, and it'll be the top of the order, and Franklin Arias up. First pitch is swung on a tapper, shallow short. Rincon charges, rifles a throw to first. It's offline. Gets by Ben Ellis, hits the sidewall, shoots back to him. So Arias safe at first, and we'll see if it's a hit or an error. I mean, it would have been a tough play regardless.
100%.
And Arias very well would have beaten that out, and it is going to be a base hit, which I think is the right call. So leadoff single for Franklin Arias to bring Marvin Alcantara to the plate. Reading does have bullpen action. Evan Gates has begun the throw. First pitch is swung on and it's lifted. Deep to right field. Back goes Heredia onto the warning track, and he makes the catch for out number 1. Arias was nearly at second base. He retreats back to first. And the ballpark holds a deep fly out from Alcantara that traveled about 331 feet, but right on the edge of the warning track. Heredia makes the grab.
Looks like he got a really good read on it off the bat. I thought that was going to challenge the warning track, and Heredia just on the edge of it to make the grab.
First pitch to Brannon is a bit down for a ball. It's 1-0. Brannon tonight is 0 for 2. A couple of lineouts to left and a walk to his name as Arias leads off first. 1-0. Takes a slider over the heart of the plate. It's 1-1. Toronto's looked good so far tonight. As we said, a rough go of it as of late. Earned runs in 7 straight outings. Trying to put a 0 up tonight. 1-1. Dots the outside corner. It's 1-2. Time is called by Brooks Brannon. 296 hitter. His 33rd game with Portland this year. Deep crouch in the right-handed batter's box. Rests the bat on his right shoulder. And Teran's 1-2. Just fights it off. Foul down the first base side. It'll stay a ball and 2 strikes. Kyle Schmidt, first base coach of Portland, will track that one down. (5-1) Reading leads. Top of the 8th. 1 ball, 2 strike count to Brooks Brannon. And Teran fires. Swing and a miss. He got him. Slider 87 out of the zone. And swinging over it is Brooks Brannon. The second strikeout for Saul Teran. And that'll bring Al Padrique out of the dugout. And it looks like Evan Gates will get the call here with 2 outs in the 8th. Take a trip to the Alvernia University. Golden Wolves call to the bullpen. Fighting fails, lead at 5-1. Top 8 as the new arms coming in.
Attention food service professionals frustrated with large corporate suppliers that push their own brands and lack a personal touch? Consider Feaser's Food Distributors. For 125 years, the Harrisburg-based family-owned company has served central Pennsylvania. They carry the name brands you need: food, paper goods, cleaning supplies, and equipment, serving restaurants, recreation, schools, and healthcare. Dedicated sales reps offer personalized service, and you can order online or on the mobile app anytime. Call 888-589-4474. Mention the Reading Fightin' Phils for the 125th anniversary program. Feasers, supplying everything but the appetite.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with the Berks County Mental Health and Disability Program to strike out the stigma surrounding mental illness and suicide. It starts with 3 simple words. Are you okay? A conversation that can save a life. Suicide affects everyone, but help is here. If you or someone you know needs support, call Crisis Intervention at 610-379-2007. Together, we can raise awareness and make a difference, because in Berks County, we care.
New pitcher into the game for the Fightin' Phils with 2 outs in the top of the 8th inning, and that'll be the righty Evan Gates, who very well, Corey, here might be asked to get the final 4 outs of this game.
It would be the task that was asked of Alex McFarland yesterday, and he did so successfully. Gates has been as steady as they come out of this bullpen. 0-3, but a .257 earned run average, 27 punch-outs to 8 walks over the course of 28 innings pitched for Evan Gates.
So that'll bring Juanfran Garcia to the plate. Franklin Arias, the lone base runner, on first base. And there's 2 outs in the top of the 8th as Reading leads at 5-1. And the first pitch, Garcia, big cut and a miss. It's 0-1 as he swings over top of a slider. A good night for Garcia is 2 for 3. Doubled and drove in a run back in the 3rd. Time is called. It looks like Garcia has to adjust some of his paraphernalia. Gates pitching really well right now. He's not allowed to run 4 straight appearances and 7 of his last 8. Finished the month of May with a 2.63 ERA over 9 contests. This is 3rd appearance in June. 0-1. Swung on and a sky-high fly ball deep center. Campbell back onto the warning track. Looks up, and that one is off the top of the wall and shoots back into play. Scoring will be Arias, who I think he thought it was a home run. He started jogging, and then he had to kind of hit the Jets late. And another night and another controversial call by this umpiring crew on a ball up on that top level of the veranda. Let's take a look here. And on MILB TV, don't really have much of a read on where that ball landed, whether it got over the yellow line or if it hit just under it. The umpire was Theo Arndt this time, who made the call. And one of Portland's coaches on the top step again, yelling with the home plate umpire.
Same
Shane
spot.
Sullivan, literally deja vu.
Same exact spot. That one bounced back into play, so they might have a bit more of a case.
Yeah, the one last night looked very much just onto the veranda. So right now it's an RBI double for Garcia, which would be his 2nd double tonight, and make it a 5-2 ball game. I think Kyle Sasala is just like, you got to be kidding me. Like,
what do we have to do?
That's 2 straight days. Like, do we have to hit it over that JP Mascaro sign in straightaway center?
Like yesterday, a fan claimed the ball on the veranda. I think you just have to hit it to where no one can go get it or find it, and then it'll be a home run.
And let's talk about deja vu.
Same spot. Same exact spot.
That run is charged to the line of Saul Turan as here's Rosario. First pitch to him is swung on and foul ball. It's 0-1.
I mean, what are the odds? 2 games in a row, too.
Yeah, like twice in a week, maybe, but like 2 games in a row? Insane. Next pitch bounces it. It's 1-1. So the line does close on Saul Turan, who, despite the 1 run to his name, still looked very good tonight.
100%.
Inning in 2/3, 1 hit, an earned run, no walks, 2 strikeouts. As he's now 20 strikeouts and just 6 walks this year. For Turan, he's looking to bounce back in the season's second half for the 24-year-old. 1-1. A fastball a bit low. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. It's been a tough night for Rosario. He's 0 for 3. As a 4-game hit streak and a 12-game on base streak hanging in the balance right now. 2-1 is a slider, a bit outside. It's 3-1. Fightin' Phils lead it by 3, looking to hold off another late Portland rally. Sea Dogs got within 2 last night before Reading was able to hold off for a 7-5 victory. The 3-1 breaking pitch for a called strike. It's 3-2. First time Gates has allowed a run since May the 24th at Portland, when he actually took the loss in a 10-inning defeat to end the series in Portland. 3-2, down and in, ball 4. 2-out walk of Rosario. And Gates has allowed back-to-back base runners since entering this game. And that'll bring Nellie Taylor to the plate, who represents the tying run for Portland.
Taylor 0 for 3 with 3 punch-outs, so Gates is going to try and capitalize on somebody having a tough day. But as you just said, Jake, here's Portland yet again trying to mount a late last handful of outs comeback.
That'll bring out the pitching coach, Alex Harder, for the Fightin' Phils. Filling in for pitching coach Brad Bergeson this week. He's trying to settle down Evan Gates here, who has gone double walk to start out this outing tonight. And Nellie Taylor, tough night for him in his first start of the week. 0 for 3, 3 strikeouts. And Gates trying to make that an 0 for 4. As Taylor will dig in from the left-handed batter's box. Ronald Rosario leads off first. Johan Fran Garcia off second. And the first pitch home. Gets away from the catcher, Hediger. To the backstop. To third goes Garcia. And to second goes Rosario. We'll see if that's given a wild pitch or a pass ball. Would think a wild pitch. But nonetheless, now a single makes this a much more interesting ball game. I'm starting to see some movement in the Reading bullpen. No one throwing quite yet, but guys starting to get loose. Portland also has a lefty up and throwing. The 1-0. Breaking pitch for a called strike. It's 1-1. So it was a wild pitch to advance both runners. Charged to Evan Gates. The 1-1. Check swing. Doesn't matter. It's a called strike. Four-seam fastball at the knees at 93. And it's a 1-ball, 2-strike count to Nellie Taylor. Titans by 3. Taylor represents the tying run. Runners on second and third, 2 outs for the Sea Dogs in the top of the 8th inning. Already 1 run across for Portland. As Gates in the RFL is trying to keep it to that. The ready comes set at the letters. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. Evan Gates fired up.
As there goes the runner, this one hit high into right field and looking up as that one is fair. As this one hit, and that one is gone again. 2-1. This one hit high into right field. Going back at the wall is White Jr. He leaps up, and that is another home run for Eric Hartman. His 3rd of the game.
And he began the season with 1 earned run in 13 innings as Aloy lifts that one in the deep left center. That one's at the wall, and the Keys go back-to-back to open the night. 1-2 to Aloy. Fly ball deep left center. That one is not coming back. Kiss it goodbye. Goes tight Kennedy Hayes, the 3-1. A fly ball left center. It's at the wall. That ball is off the second level and gone.
I'm Jonathan Mayer, and for more than 20 years, I've traced the path of baseball's rising stars, navigating the back roads of the national pastime and basking in the glow of small-town America's spirit, where the team is woven into the fabric of everyday life, where it's more than just a game. It's a celebration of the people, the traditions, and the culture that give these places their soul. This is Grassroots.
And 3 home runs.
It's ridiculous.
Over the last 2 days.
That's unbelievable.
As he leads off.
taking advantage of the opportunity in front of him. He has been thrashing at this ballpark.
First pitch to Caleb Ricketts. Big swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Ricketts 2 for 3 tonight. A home run, a single. 4 runs driven in. Hit a 3-run home run back in the first. The 0-1. Bit inside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Bullpen action for the Fightin' Phils. It's Aaron Combs who he enters, and the score holds at 3. He's looking for his first double-A save. 1-1. Swung on, and it's served, and it's caught by a leaping Franklin Arias. The shortstop just to the left of the second base bag makes the grab, and that is out number 1, and took what could have been the third hit of the day away from Caleb Ricketts. That'll bring Rylan Heredia to the plate, looking for his first base knock of the night. The first pitch, swung on, a chopper, charging, third baseman Liendo, cuts off the shortstop Arias, and he makes the throw to first in time for out number 2. 5-3 goes to put out as Liendo almost beat the ball to the bag after he threw it. He was probably like 15 feet away from first base once his run stopped.
Yeah, he crossed the backside of the mound and then made that throw.
Liendo's made a couple of nice plays this week at third. He plays a very nice third base as Benelis is up. Here's the pitch. A check swing, though appeal. No swing, says Theo Arndt, the third base umpire. Benelis 0 for 2 tonight. Did walk back in the fourth. He's reached base now in 3 straight as the 1-0 comes home. Inside corner for a strike. It's 1-1. Benelis just looking for a hit. He's been hitless over his last 5 ball games. One of the hottest bats to start the season, trying to get things right again. 1-1. Takes it on the outside corner. It's 1-2. Two outs, bottom 8. 3-run lead for the R-Phils. Here's the 1-2. Bit outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Alex Benelis.
Just kind of looking at the big picture through the first 2 games. The Fightins are 7 for 20 to this point with runners in scoring position. It's been a lot of timely hitting early on.
Been the difference. Reading's taking advantage when they needed to. 2-2. Skirts off the lefty as it dusts him nearly inside. It's 3-2.
4 for 13 in that scenario yesterday. 3 for 7 so far today.
3-2. 2 outs to Alex Benelis. The payoff pitch. Swing and a dribbler foul. It'll stay a full count to Benelis. Titans lead by 3. Caleb Bolden at 43 pitches tonight. The 3-2. Swung on, lifted, into the air towards left. Caden Rose, left fielder, into foul territory and can't make the catch. Ran out of room as that one clanks off the top of that sidewall in front of the left field grandstand. And the count remains 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Another thing, just looking back, Caleb Ricketts is responsible for 10 of the Fightin' Phils' 12 runs this series. Unbelievable what he's been able to do these last 2 days.
Three and 2 again to Alex Benelis. 0 for 2 tonight, looking for his first base hit. The 3-2. Swung on in a drive. Deep center. Taylor's back to the wall. Looks up. It is gone. Alex Benelis, welcome back to the home run party. His 11th of the year. And boy, does that have to feel good for Mr. Benelis. Smoked it. 469 feet, 111 miles per hour off the bat, and he is thrilled as he heads to the dugout. Just a huge sigh of relief right there for Alex Benelis.
That was much more than an insurance run for these Fightin' Phils. It was Alex Benelis' first home run since May 6th. A huge monkey off the back.
That'll bring out the pitching coach, Juan Rivera. And, man, if that can spark something for Alex Pinellas, look out. Had 9 home runs in April, just 1 in May, and really had hit a slump. Was hitless over his last 5 games. And you just got to hope that can be the spark for Alex Pinellas, because when he's going, he's so valuable to this team. So it's a 6-2 lead for the Fightin' Phils. There was no doubt about whether that one left the ballpark. First pitch at the knees for a strike. It's 0-1. 469 feet on that home run from Alex Pinellas. Might have been the longest home run we've seen here this year. We'd have to double check that. 0-1. Breaking pitch, a hair inside. It's a ball and a strike. So it would no longer be a safe situation for Aaron Combs should he enter in the 9th. If it is Gates, it wouldn't have been one regardless because he entered with a 4-run lead. 1-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Dylan Campbell 0 for 3 tonight. And here's Bolden's 1-2. Swung on, softly hit ground ball short. Arias charges, fires across, it's in time. And that'll retire the side in the 8th. Reading, though, scores a run on a hit. A long home run from Alex Pinellas. And nobody.
About you. And at American Dental Solutions, we offer a wider range of services to keep your smile looking its best, like family dentistry for children and adults, cosmetic dentistry, including whitening and veneers, orthodontics to straighten and correct alignment.
Alternate identities are always great because it just adds a new layer.
When you talk about Rochester, our most famous cuisine is the garbage plate. It became so popular that Thursdays are for the plates in Rochester.
The first alternate identity that we had was the Albuquerque green chili cheeseburgers.
So that's what makes minor league baseball great. We have an amazing ability to get in touch with our community.
There's the bunt. That could be trouble as Petrie. No, Stevie dives in and beats it. Good effort by Steve Lyons.
That'll be a base hit right there. Good job. I'll tell you one thing, not a bad defensive play either by the Tigers.
Did you see that? He's going to get the dirt out, and all of a sudden he unbuckled his pants and they fell down.
Lapped out to center field. Clark a few steps back now, and he's got a sprint. Dives and makes the catch! Throw comes into third base. Morabito tags up and advances. Throw back to first, and they got Melendez in a pickle.
Lovich hits a high flat at right center field. Back goes Burkholder at the wall. It's gone, a home run. He's in as he dips for another one deep to right field. Humphreys back
for Portland here in the inning. Miguel Blaze, Caden Rose, Abram Liendo as the Sea Dogs really trying to keep themselves in the postseason race in the Eastern League. But the Fightin' Phils trying to play spoiler and capture their second straight win tonight. Close a couple of lines real quick. Saul Turan, inning and 2/3, a hit, a run, no walk, 2 strikeouts. And Evan Gates went 1/3 of an inning, gave up a hit, no runs, 1 walk, and 1 punch out. So here is Miguel Blaze to lead things off against Aaron Combs. And Combs' first pitch is a bit outside for a ball. It's 1-0. Blaze tonight is 0 for 2, has walked. Swings at the 1-0 and he fouls it straight back. It's 1-1. Aaron Combs' first appearance this week. Did pitch twice last week at Binghamton. Went 2 innings, did not give up any runs, struck out a pair. 1-1. Swing and a miss. It's 1-2. Place. Average run under the Mendoza line at 199. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. First strikeout tonight for Aaron Combs, and the 10th in total for Arphil's pitching tonight. And Portland down to their final 2 outs, and Caden Rose will step in. Aaron Combs, originally drafted by the White Sox in the 8th round back in 2024 out of the University of Tennessee. First pitch is bit upstairs. It's 1-0. Made 6 appearances with Single A Kannapolis to finish the 2024 season before being traded to the Phillies. 1-0. Bit upstairs. 2-0. On New Year's Day in 2025 in exchange for Tyler Gilbert, who went back to the White Sox in the deal. Swing and a miss, 2-1. Combs, 24 years old, had an injury-shortened year last year, just 11 appearances, mostly with Jersey Shore. And began the year in high A, but a quick promotion here to Reading. Pitch home, bit outside, it's 3-1. Aaron Combs will ask for a new baseball. With that, we'll get you tonight's attendance is 6,772. Thanks to our friends at PSCCU for presenting tonight's attendance. PSCCU proud to be one of the largest credit unions in Pennsylvania. 2-1. And that's outside ball 4 with actually 3 balls and 1 strike. So after a strikeout of Miguel Blaze, Caden Rose works a 1-out walk. And that'll bring Abram Liendo to the plate for the Sea Dogs. Fighting Phils will put the infield in double play depth. Ground ball very well could end this game. First pitch is a bit upstairs. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Liendo 0 for 2 tonight. Did work a walk back in the 5th. Running has walked 5 batters tonight. 1-0, waved on a whiff. It's 1-1. Fighting Phils still have walked the fewest batters across the Eastern League this year. The 1-1. Breaking pitch a bit low. 2 balls and 1 strike. Combs was on the mound for the University of Tennessee back in 2024 to close out their College World Series championship. So plenty of experience pitching late in games. 2-1. That's a slider, a bit upstairs and in. And it's a 3-ball, 1 strike count to Abram Liendo. Runner on first, Caden Rose gets his lead. He walked. The 3-1. Outside ball 4. So back-to-back walks issued by Aaron Combs. That'll prompt a mound visit here from Caden Hediger. As it's runners on first and second for Franklin Arias. And the potential tying run for Portland stands in the on-deck circle right now in Marvin Alcantara. So Caden Hediger will make his way back to home plate. And Franklin Arias will dig in. Fighting Phils will still position the infield to try and turn 2. Caden Hediger steps out, lays down signs. In the instance of a bunt, which is very unlikely in this situation, but have to cover all your bases. 2 more hits tonight for Franklin Arias, Boston's top hitting prospect. The pitch is low and away. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Alex McFarland skated around some trouble last night to give the Fightin' Phils a win. Aaron Combs might be doing the same here as the 1-0 is delivered a bit outside. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Couple of singles tonight for Arias. Couple of hard-hit lineouts as well. 2-0. Gets a sinker over for a strike, and it's 2-1. Hopefully that can kind of settle Combs back into this inning. Two balls, one strike. Runners get their leads. Infield plays back. The pitch. On the outside corner again, this time a cutter. It's 2-2. One out, top of the 9th inning. Fightin' Phils a 6-2 advantage. Tristan Garnett is throwing in Reading's bullpen should he be needed. But Aaron Combs trying to finish off this victory tonight. The 2-2 swung on, tapper, foul, third base side. Where Kyle Sisela, Portland's manager, will scoop it up. Reading looking for their first instance of consecutive wins since winning at 3 straight from May 15th to the 16th. It's been nearly a month. The Fightin' Phils are not just looking for that, but looking for a 2-0 series lead, as they have dropped their last 3 series. 2-2, one out. The pitch to Arias. It's up and away. Hediger thought about a snap throw to first, but Pinellas was way off the bag, so he holds on to it. And it's 3-2. Full count, one out. Runners get their leads. The pitch. And that is outside, ball 4. So after a strikeout to Miguel Blaze to lead off the inning, Aaron Combs has walked, the bases loaded, and the tying run, Marvin Alcantara, will come to the plate. But Alex Harder will step out of the dugout, and the pitching coach will go chat here with Aaron Combs. Tristan Garnett begins to really ramp things up should he be needed. You look at the Reading bullpen, Jack Dallas probably unavailable tonight. He pitched last night. So is Alex McFarland and Christian McGowan. So you're looking at Daniel Harper, SD Benzone Jimenez, Garnett, and Colin Palouse as the men left available. But Aaron Combs trying to get himself out of this jam. Tying run of the plate in Marvin Alcantara. One out, bases loaded. Infield back for Reading. The pitch. Swung on. Ground ball short. Backhand stop by Rincon. He bobbles it. There's no play. Everybody is safe. Caden Rose scores. And that'll make it a 6-3 ball game. We'll see what that goes down as. Taking another look at it on MILB TV. And Rincon just lifted the glove a hair early. And that'll bring the DH Brooks Brannon to the plate. He's the go-ahead run. The tying run is on first base in Alcantara here in a 6-3 ball game. First pitch is a called strike. It's 0-1. Looks like it'll go down as an error. So it'll be the 6th error this year on Brian Rincon. 0-1. Just misses that one outside. It's a ball and a strike. Bases loaded, one out, top 9. 6-3, Fightin' Phils on top. The tying run on first in Marvin Alcantara. Next pitch, outside corner for a strike. It's 1-2. That was the 25th pitch of this inning for Aaron Combs. Infield back. Escobar shades towards the bag at second with the righty up. Combs ready at the belt. The 1-2. And it's a check swing, no swing. So it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. So officially we'll go down as a fielder's choice E6 for Alcantara. Two balls, 2 strikes to Brooks Brannon. Aaron Combs comes ready at the belt. The 2-2. Breaking pitch way up and in. And it's a full count. At 27 pitches, you begin to wonder if this is the last batter for Aaron Combs. Tristan Garnett looks like he's ready in the Fightin' Phil's bullpen. 3-2. Swung on. It is off the glove of a leaping Brian Rincon. Able to get it out at second. They throw it to third, and it gets away from Brito at third. No advancement, though, from Arias. But out at second base is Alcantara. Scoring is Liendo. And safe at first is Brannon on what will likely to be a 6-4 fielder's choice. So Reading still gets an out. But Rincon, unable to make the catch, does allow a run to score. And this crazy 9th inning just continues. And Johanfran Garcia will step in. And a pitch timer violation has been called against Garcia. And now we're going to get a pinch runner, too. Will Turner is going to pinch run for Brooks Brannon. So it's 0-1, 2 outs. Top of the 9th inning, 6-4 Reading leads with men on the corners. Will Turner on first. Arias on third. Arias does not matter. The runner that matters is Will Turner on first. He's the tying run. 0-1. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. And the Portland Sea Dogs are down to their final strike tonight. Another night, another late comeback attempt by Portland. Time is called by Garcia. Crowd tonight, 6,772 come to their feet. 0-2, 2 outs in the 9th. Fightin' Phil's looking for back-to-back wins. The 0-2 pitch. Swung on, ground ball foul, third baseline. And it'll stay 0-2. .30 pitches in this inning from Aaron Combs. Trying to finish off a victory tonight for the Fightin' Phils. No balls, 2 strikes, Combs ready. The 0-2 again. Swing and a miss. The bat goes flying, but the ball is in Caden Hediger's mitt, and it is a strikeout. The ball game is over, and the Fightin' Phils have captured their 2nd straight win. The first time in 24 days that Reading has won back-to-back games. It's a 6-4 victory tonight over the Portland Sea Dogs. Portland made it interesting. 2 runs, there were no hits, an error, and 2 left on base for the Sea Dogs in the top half of the 9th inning. But the Fightin' Phils, for the 2nd night in a row, hang on by the thinnest of margins, and they capture another 2-run victory, 6-4 tonight over Portland. And Reading has a 2-0 edge in this week's 6-game series. So with that, we will take a timeout as Corey Sparks